I mean, the last time I talked, I heard about a whole Chelsea rebrand. But if you guys want to go back to your slutty ways, going through managers,
Wow.
Let Beta speak on it.
They're pimping out themselves now.
Speak your truth, Beta.
Did you know how many times I cried? You know how many times I cried, bro? Every time I see Nagelsmann coaching,
you can't call this team a golden generation. There's nothing.
I was asked what is a register. I swear he said someone.
No way. I knew it.
Once is an anomaly, twice a coincidence, 3 times is a pattern, 4 times is juju. That's my saying. So I'm sorry. It's witchcraft is happening. So it gets real. I don't know why we're hearing back from Yasir. So on the show tonight, some interesting topics. Because Hazard's contract has been terminated. Wrongfully so, but his contract has been terminated. And we're going to have a retrospective on Eden Hazard's Real Madrid career. So that's one thing there. We're going to talk about Messi. Messi officially leaves PSG. It is official. It's not your rumor and so forth. He officially leaves Paris Saint-Germain. So we're going to talk about that and what his impact on PSG has been, success or failure. And then we're going to talk about where does he go. Chelsea is a potential place. And I want to talk about Ilkay Gundogan, because we didn't really delve into it deeply. But I want us to talk about where are we rating Ilkay Gundogan. Is he underrated? Where does he rate? Is he one of the best midfielders in the Premier League?
Until he does something for Germany, I don't rate him.
That's it, we'll see. But we're talking about club-wise. But for club-wise, depending on what, so just club-wise, let's just put Germany to one side. Where does he rank in terms of all-time midfielders in the Premier League? Because most likely he's going to leave. And where does he rank with regards to all midfielders in the world right now? I want us to give him a proper ranking. And then that'll take us through. So remember, guys, like the vid, subscribe if you're new. Please feel free to send in your super chats and your dubs. Your super chats and your dubs are what help keep this channel growing, and I appreciate your support. And also as well, what was I going to say? This is going to be on Spotify. So remember, all you podcast merchants, this Hangout will be available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all those other beautiful podcasts. So, how is everybody doing, man? Is everyone doing good?
All good.
So okay, so let me put this out there. This one's on the docket, but okay, I don't know why.
There's an echo.
Yeah, Abdul, that's from here. I mean, Kenny, should we be prepared for Pep's treble procession? Like, is it inevitable?
It is. I don't see a way into Milan. Honestly, I don't.
So Kenny, let me get it. So Inter is going to go there just to waste our time. Is that what it is?
I don't think they're gonna roll over and just let.
But they're going there to lose. They're going there to lose. So no. Okay, especially what you're saying is that I'm wasting my time watching the game. I'm just doing it for YouTube tax. No. I don't know why you're laughing. You're not saying that I'm wasting my time. Let's see. They're going to travel to Istanbul just to lose.
No, it's a final. It's a final, anyways, and usually finals.
Also, Kenny, how much credit should we give them for beating Inter in the final? Though, how much credit to this Inter team? No, I'm just saying.
I see what you did. I see what you did. No, obviously, it's a final at the end of the day. I don't think it's gonna be like. I don't think they're gonna spine it. I think.
Kenny, and then Kenny, I'll then induct you. If it's 3-0 or 4-1 on Saturday, then I'll induct you. So it's not going to be easy. Okay.
I don't think it will. I don't. It's going to be a close game. Like Inter have decent players as well. Like it's not just some trash team. No, they have good players.
Wow.
They have
Okay, as I said again,
No, but they've been very good defensively as well this year in the Champions League. So I don't think Man City will just dominate them. So yeah, it's going to be a close game.
Oh, boo.
Man City are favourites. Let's not get it twisted. If they lose, they will be clowns.
Kenny, if they were facing us, you know that we'd beat them. You know this stuff.
No, you wouldn't.
You know we'd beat them. No, I mean, you know this stuff.
Let's not talk about Chelsea.
No. Okay, all I'm saying is that we can't put our faith in Inter, but if they were playing us based on our heritage, you know that we'd beat them. That's the thing. We'd beat them. So that's the thing. It's so funny.
You would get
No.
Inter have heritage.
We'd beat the crap out of them in the final. That's a fact. Wait, let me come to a quick SM. Are we getting prepared for a Pep treble next Saturday? Are we preparing ourselves for a web stream?
HH, how you doing? You good?
Last I checked, I think I'm still breathing, so that's
Cool.
that's a good sign. So
Yeah, the treble's on. I believe.
wait, hold on. What do you mean by the treble is on?
It's on. It's gonna happen. It's just
Okay.
a matter of how City will win it. I mean, I don't see Inter being City, although if they do, then that's kind of bad. But yeah, I don't know, 2-0 City, Haaland double, then that's it. I mean, HH, today Pep was crying, and for me that's kind of funny.
Hold on. Okay, so stop.
These aren't real tears.
No, wait, stop. Everyone just stop. Streets, everybody just stop. Hold on, just stop. Just wait. Just give me 5 seconds.
He was crying today.
Wait, guys, I said give me 5 seconds. So, Essen, let me get this straight. Because I turned it off and I was doing my YouTube postman. Essen, let me get this straight. What did Pep do after winning a Football Association trophy sponsored by Prince Charles?
He was crying.
He was crying tears.
What's wrong with this guy?
Because he knows he's gonna win it treble.
What's wrong with this
should
guy? No.
retire after
What's
that.
wrong with
He
this
should
dude?
really retire.
He was
What is wrong with this man?
that wasn't the worst way. He said that what was it again? Next week against Inter is going to be the toughest game. Inter's like this fantastic. He does this.
He's so hateable. He's so hateable.
This guy is.
He's trying to play victimized.
What's this guy's problem? What's his problem? What is this trash? What is?
You have to respect him. You have to respect him.
No, Kenny, I don't respect this. I don't respect. See, can you now see why this guy can't win the freaking trophy? Sorry, Kenny, I'll tell you right now. I'm looking at my bank account and I'm saying that, you know what? Do I have enough money for like a 6-month break? That's my thing right now because I'm sick and tired of this crap. If this guy gets a treble and starts thanking like Mandela, Malcolm X, and so forth and everything, I'll say to myself that have I saved up enough money for like a 3-4 month break? Because guys, I can't take this dude anymore. I can't. I'll give you guys a post-match stream afterwards. Give me 3 months of no football. Give me 3 months of football. So guys, people who are listening on the podcast, we are looking at a man crying because he won a Football Association Cup.
He's so
Wait, hold up. Don't get it twisted. Guys, don't get it twisted right now. FA Cup by itself is trash. It's irrelevant. Hold up. Abdullah, shush. Shut up. A Football Association Cup by itself is trash. The only relevance it has is it helps to combine for a treble. I don't care how many kings, queens, princesses, or princes come out to sponsor it. No one gives a damn about that bum-ass trophy. Its only use is that it helps to make a treble. That is the only use of a Football Association trophy. That's it. So, because here's my thing right now. This dude better not be crying because you won a Football Association trophy. Don't you dare. So what I want to know is that why is this man crying?
Honestly, he's trying to the emotions.
He's trying to what? He's trying to what? Hold on.
I just hate him.
Kenny,
so
emotions
much.
of what? Kenny, he's won this freaking trophy before. What emotions?
No, obviously, I don't know. Maybe it was overwhelmed. We don't know what's going on with it.
Oh, shut up. Overwhelm give me a freaking break, man. Oh, man. Guys, I tell you, man. Guys, nah. Oh, this. And also, why did this have to be Inter Milan? Why did it have to be freaking Inter Milan in the final? Of all the freaking teams, why did it have to be Inter Milan? Bro, these guys are struggling to make top 4 in the bloody Serie.
No, they
What?
got people now.
AJ, Jekko lives, man. Jekko lives.
Shut up.
Let's go.
Shut up, man. Please, don't annoy me more than already. Please, don't talk to me about Jekko, man. Oh man,
Are we
what
gonna
is this?
Are we gonna get
What's this
into
dude?
Are we gonna get into Gundogan? Like, we're getting to the Gundo talk.
What is this?
I hate-
And Robert,
look
isn't
at
this
him.
the same clan that said, "Oh, we
Look
can't
at him.
replace him," and he was
Look at
crying?
No, yeah. It says Holland.
What's wrong with this dude?
No,
Man?
it's an elite show. You have to respect it. Come on.
I
You
know,
have to-
Kenny.
AJ is buff.
Kenny, let me say right now, I have the utmost disrespect for this crap. I don't think I cannot put into words
What?
the amount of
Do I
disrespect I
have
have
to
for this crap and so forth.
sacrifice
Wait,
for Man
AJ,
City not
you
winning
like-
Wait,
UCL?
see, no, because that's
What do I
because
have to sacrifice?
no,
I
because the
will
thing
do it.
here with Pep is that look, see, this dude here, he's just be honest and so
He's
forth. Be
disingenuous.
honest.
That's the
Don't
problem.
be with all of these answers. Just be.
Wait, AJ, you wanted to get.
It is, let's be real. If it
guys,
was
guys,
Mourinho
hold
doing
up,
this stuff,
guys, of
If it
all
was-
the freaking teams, Kenny, of all the freaking teams, why does it have to be Inter Milan? Guys, of all the
it
freaking
is,
teams.
if it was Mourinho acting this way, you would be
Can I
saying,
respond?
"Oh, this,
Kenny, can I respond?
the
Kenny, no, hold on. Kenny, can I
emotions,
respond?
he
Kenny,
deserves
can I respond though? Can I respond though? The only difference here is that Mourinho is real. His emotions are real. That's why he's the GOAT. Mourinho has never given you a fake emotion ever in his entire life. Everything Mourinho has said has been real to the core. That's why he's the GOAT. That's why he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
The issue with this dude, shut up. The issue with this with this dude is that this guy is fake. He's fake.
He wasn't
He's
fit
freaking
last
fake.
week.
Why does he have to win the treble? Why are we giving him the treble? Guys, do you know how arrogant this man will be if he now wins 2 different trebles? I don't want to hear a single word from this guy's face. I don't want to hear any. I will delete anybody who sends me any Pep post-match thing after he does the treble. I'll beat the crap out of you. After I'm done, I'll give you a post-match stream. After that, I'm done. I'm taking a football hiatus for 3 months. You won't see or hear from me. I don't want to hear anything from this dude after that day, because the amount of trash that will come out of this guy's filthy, stinking mouth is gonna piss me off, man.
Wait, HH, what do you expect him to say? What, the other 19 teams are shit? Like, do you want him to say that?
What?
Like, what do you want Pep to do?
Wait,
What
you
he
know
wants to be
when?
on?
No, hold up. No, SM, I want you to not cry. SM, why are you crying? Don't give me that crap that you're finding. Oh, because you won a football association cup, you're crying. Shut.
not football,
No,
it's a fairy tale
don't give me
crap,
that.
okay?
No, don't give me
it's
that
about
crap,
making
bro.
memories. It's about making memories with City. The amount of things that he's
the
Oh
first
yeah, hold on.
Manchester
Oh,
United.
about memory. No, hold up. You've already won the freaking trophy before. Last time, didn't you win the freaking domestic treble? So why is this different? No, hold up. Hold up. Shut up. You cry when you've done something you haven't done before. Here's the thing. If he cries winning the UCL, okay, no, guys, let me bro. No, hold on. Let me bro. Let me change in the angle. If he cries after winning the UCL, I'm cool. Yes, we don't need to know what you're eating. Thank you. Bro. So if he cries after winning the UCL, I'm cool, because the amount of left streams, the amount of times I've clowned you, and the amount of failures that he's had, if you're emotional and you cry after winning the UCL next, I'm cool. Why are you crying because you won this bum-ass trophy?
Hey,
Why?
Because he's gonna be smoking cigars next week. I mean,
True.
it's
maybe he knows that the top of the game is gone now. Son, he was like, man, he was the last.
It wasn't everyone saying that United were gonna break the treble. They're gonna disrupt the.
Wait, who? No one said. No one said it. They Win. said that United has the highest chance.
You see, that's the thing,
Man,
guys.
these
See,
fans
guys, but you know, here's the
I'm
thing.
kidding,
Though.
I'm trolling,
What's the? I mean, we'll get more into it when we build up in the UCL week, but and it's like, it makes no sense him winning a treble again. I don't. It makes no sense. I have invested. I've investigated and so forth. It makes no sense. Him winning a treble again. I will discredit it. Trust me, I will. But it makes no sense. That's all. I'm just putting that out there.
It was bound to happen, man.
Oh no, Kenny. Give me a state and give me an oil rig. Kenny, I'll give you 5 trebles. No, Kenny. Let's say state back me and give me 3 oil rigs and 1 oil refinery. Kenny, I'll give you 5 trebles. consecutively.
We've seen with PSG. We've seen with PSG. It's tough.
Just give me 3 all refineries and so forth, and Workman says, I will give you 3 trebles back to back. But my thing is this, though. No. When it happens, guys, I told you, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it and so forth.
Let me say this, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I think we have to be honest about Pep Guardiola. We have to be 1,000% about Pep Guardiola.
In what sense?
In the sense where Pep Guardiola is the establishment. Pep Guardiola.
Can I respond? Yes, but so he's the establishment, he's Moses, he's Lord, he's Zeus, he's everything. Only if you give him his specific players.
No. Okay. I mean, I'm just being
real. No. But let's add that in though.
Yeah,
he has to be state-backed, and you have to give him a specific place. Then he's everything.
But that's my point. My point is when I say he's an establishment, is he is the ideal version of the people in power in terms of FIFA, UEFA, football, and the people that actually control things in football. This is their manager. This is the quote-unquote face of the managers will be Pep Guardiola.
Wait, according to who? According to what are you talking about?
No.
What?
I'm telling you.
What the hell are you talking about? I've never heard so much trash before in my life. Where did he get that thing from? That he's a face of what? What?
He's a face of management. Yes, he is.
According to who?
According to every single body. It's 1,000%. It is. I mean, like, are you gonna pretend
because
like Pep
has this gentleman persona? I don't buy it.
But I don't buy it too. But that's why. See, if you let me land, that's why there's always a hero and there's an anti-hero, a villain. Who is the villain in this scenario to Pep Guardiola? To the guy that everyone loves, the media darling, the tiki-taka, the guy who changed football, is Mourinho. Mourinho is the most hated manager in all of football. That's the truth. By the media, by everyone. The people that love Mourinho are the regular people.
Yes.
Are the streets. That's the people who love him.
Here's the issue, though. There are people who love Mourinho and people who hate Mourinho. The only people who love Pep are the people who he's been managed by and coached by. The people who love Mourinho outweigh the people who love Pep. This is a fact, and you cannot argue with that.
I don't believe that because
Yes. It's not about what you believe. It's about what's a fact. Yes, it's not facts. Facts don't care about what you believe or emotions. Facts are just facts.
We're talking about all of Barcelona worship Pep Guardiola. We're talking about the
Yes. There are people who don't even follow football who love Mourinho. Mourinho has transcended football.
That's true.
That's the he's transcended. No. Yes, what you don't do. Here's the thing. Pep can win all the trophies he wants, boom, and everything. He will never be more loved in the world than Mourinho. That's a fact. Mourinho is more loved. This is just a fact.
You know what, Patrick?
It's just a fact.
You know what? I don't disagree with that. But the issue is who controls the narrative. The media. The media hates Mourinho. Look at the amount of journalists.
The regular person who doesn't watch football doesn't care about the football media. The regular person is the regular person. And for that regular person, Mourinho, based on who he is, his personality, his character, and so forth, he's more endearing than a guy who does this because he won a football association trophy. People don't accept fake emotions. Yes, how can you be loved when you're fake? Like, how can you be loved? Mourinho is the epitome of realness. Pep is the epitome of fakeness.
There's nothing
two different things.
But then there's nothing you can do with a guy that's pretty much cannibalizing the world football
with an oil rig.
But at the same time, he's also
out of that with an oil refinery. He's cannibalizing the oil refinery.
But then he also has propaganda. He has a propaganda of all English media, all Catalan media. Like, what are you going?
Actually, no. English media is actually biased towards Liverpool and Man United, though. That's not
true. That's not true.
Hold up. You're saying that the English media doesn't favor United and Liverpool over every other team in the league.
You can't do that.
No. I don't believe that because the reason is
streets. Am I right or wrong?
No.
Let me ask you, streets. Who is more favored in the media? Sorry, Streets, is it right or wrong? Do the English media favor Liverpool and United over everyone else?
Yes.
The English media.
Yes,
Liverpool, yes,
Yes,
but not United. Who?
No,
who's our-
yes, they do. They do.
Okay,
No, yes, they do.
Kenny. Who's our pundits? Who's no, but
What do you mean?
no,
Half of the pundits are ex-Man United players. What are you talking about?
Kenny, name them.
What do
Gary
you mean?
Neville. Gary Neville sucks at City.
Wait, hold on.
Gary Neville.
Streets, I'm doing a poll. Streets, I'm doing a poll.
Come on, guys.
Half of these pundits are ex-Man United players.
Kenny, what you got it? Hold on. Guys, guys, hold on, wait a minute. No, this is nonsense.
I'm doing a poll.
This is nonsense. Because Gary Neville, like a couple years ago, wasn't he going golf and trying to edge Harry Kane to go to Man City? Talk about come on, no. That's our number one.
Let's see what the Streets say.
Streets.
The poll is out there.
No,
Streets,
yes,
vote in the
no,
poll.
no.
I'm not trying to hear
No,
it.
yes, sir. No,
Vote
you
in the
can't-
poll.
no,
Are Liverpool and United favored
The
in the English
United
media?
pundits are
Streets.
trash. The United pundits are trash.
Wait.
Let's be honest, bro.
Talk about more.
Let me
That's all. That's there's a difference between being favoured and talked about more.
We are hated too. I'm feeling like
Wait. Hold on. Let me come to Elijah then to Patrick. So Elijah, do you feel that the English media is, because here's the only thing I'll give to Pep, and he mentioned this again. Abdallah and Patrick will need to help me. I think it was the 18-19 season where he mentioned that. I know that what he's sort of paraphrasing was that the media obviously did not like that they were winning and they were about to win the league over Liverpool, which was the preferred winner for the English media because
they don't like Arab money. They don't like Arab money. They like communist Liverpool, socialist Liverpool, and they like the media.
Whoa, relax.
Okay, Elijah, let me hear from you. So do you agree or disagree, Elijah?
I came here to give my flowers to Man City and to cook Man United.
Boo.
Yes.
Wait, why are you Man United?
Yeah, why?
Why? Well, let's look at this. Man City have won 5 out of the last 7 Manchester derbies. Manchester United has lost.
They won 5 of the last 6 leagues.
Hold on. Manchester United has also lost 4 out of the last 6 FA Cup.
They won 3 in a row, though. I mean, where's Liverpool?
Wait, let Elijah land. Yes, can you let man land? Let Elijah land.
Let me land. All right. As I was saying, so Man City obviously has been dominating the derby, and then United keeps flopping at the FA Cup. And then I was sent a message earlier today that my club was getting attacked for no random reason, no apparent no reason. I don't know why. Today is about Man City and Man United. Let's try to keep Liverpool.
No, it's not.
Arsenal out of this.
Don't lie.
No,
it's not about Man City United. It's about the footballing world. It's about English football. That's what it's about.
Here's my thing. Manchester United have been the darling club since 1992. Panel, am I wrong?
I mean,
yes, you're wrong.
Streets, am I wrong?
Wait, okay, hold on. Okay, so look. Hold up. I asked the Streets. So before you go, so I'll ask the Streets, and this is what the Streets say. And I want you to hear this.
Streets are bums. They're bums.
Yes, shut up. Let me say what the Streets say. So are Liverpool and Man United favored in the English media? 7% said hell no. 12% said hard to say. 79% said hell yes. Liverpool United are favored in the English media.
They're trolls.
Can you also do the following? You could take that 79% and split it again, and the majority will go to Man United.
Oh my God! Soonest, Carragher. Come on, are you kidding me? I'm not a Liverpool fan.
But it's normal. Like, you guys are the biggest club in England, so it's normal.
It's nothing. It is what it is.
But Kenny, one thing I hate is like we are the most hated.
No. Because see, one thing. You see, this is what you have to understand. Guys, this is what you have to understand. You have to know, especially you have to know living in England and know how English people roll and their mentality. Remember, England is a country that still has the royal family that is still very active. So England are one of those guys because England is an extremely classist society.
Correct.
So they really like to show that, no, you're poor, you're rich, and the establishment is the establishment. So what English culture is about maintaining the establishment and don't want anything new coming through. So hence why there are times when Chelsea or Arsenal will be playing, let's say, Juventus, or basically Chelsea will play Juventus, or let's say Arsenal would be playing, let's say, like a Bayern Munich. But if United are playing against Başakşehir, they will show that game because it's United. So 100%. So my thing though is that they always want to. England do not want to welcome in a new world power.
It's been like this since the 1970s. Let's be really honest here. The two most successful clubs in the last 50 to 60 years of English football have been those two. And then you could throw in Man City and throw in Chelsea and stuff like that. It's a societal thing. Okay. Now another thing that I have there's nothing wrong with seeing a new blood, like for example a City or a Chelsea and Newcastle step into the picture. There's nothing wrong with that. Like that's how the game evolves. You're gonna have to have new blood to come in and be successful, right? Now here's the one thing that bothers me. I saw a tweet. Somebody had thrown an image out there. Once again, this is about these United fans that they have in the media, and it was about a so-called attempted treble or quadruple for Manchester United after they won the League Cup.
See the hate? No. Is it build us up to so we can fall? That's what it is.
HH, be my witness. You are my witness. When they won the EFL Cup, what were United fans saying? We're gonna wipe the slate clean. We're gonna go after Europa. We're gonna win the FA Cup.
I have the voice message that Jesse sent us to the group. I have it. I can play it.
Thank you.
We was personifying our dreams. You know, we were dreaming. Out loud.
I never said that. I never said.
Yeah, listen, I was dreaming out loud. That I was just telling my dreams out loud.
I knew we were.
Wait, I can't have dreams now. I can't dream now.
No.
So hold on. I'll cut to Patrick. So, do you feel that there is still a bias in the media against Man City, or do you think that, especially with how good City are, people just have to accept that City, they're now the new world order?
Let me say something, and I think people are going to agree with me, except Yassia is going to try to defend this. United are helped even in the Premier League. Do you remember there was a time when this man had 19, 18, or 16 penalties in a season just to show?
What?
Yeah.
What?
No,
yes. That is real. That is real.
Just, I want you to watch United games closely. United think that sometimes the ref don't favor them, but they try their utmost best to boost them. So they think that, United has to finish third. They have to be in the top 4. Do you know what? I know what it is. Look, I get it. You guys are business. You guys are still, regardless you're bad and shit these days, sorry for saying that, you guys are still box office. You still get the tourists happy. You have certain areas where you guys bring income. So even if you saw today, let's minimize today. De Bruyne was brought down in the box. I've seen the clip again. Guess what? They didn't call it. Rashford was offside at Old Trafford. Guess what? VAR said they didn't see anything wrong. They scored. They try their utmost best. If you watch every game, every season, they want to make sure United is in the UCL. United finishes somewhere close. Sometimes, unfortunately, United are so shit, they can't finish top 4. It just happens. But you've noticed that they are helped. That same help doesn't go to Chelsea. I have never seen Chelsea favored with pens or anything. They don't care. They don't do that to Spurs. They don't care about Spurs. But United, the refs always try to tune you. Unfortunately, you are so shit. Even the refs helping you doesn't work out. But if you see the media, it's all United. Like today, let's give an example, which is simple. Do you know that the advertisement for City versus United, it's supposed to be on BBC? They were showing this cartoon. But guess what? The cartoon, most of it was just like United have to do this. How will United stop City? United have to have to protect their history. Nothing about City. There was a time when they were advertising the FA Cup, they showed half and half. They showed just a small blue this side. The rest was red, just to show that United are in focus. Yet right now, but unfortunately, do you know what I'm loving though, HH? As much as United is still getting favored in the media, fate is fate. Somehow the blue side is still winning. It's just taking over. So people are sitting there, are just saying, I want to see City.
Because I think because my thing, because what I want to find interesting
outside England cares about Man City it's just advertising.
I don't. So here's the thing, because what I want to find interesting though is if City do win the treble, how will the English media react to it?
They're going to find reasons to talk about FFP.
You see, that's because I just feel like that's going to hurt, because The last thing United have.
Alleged.
Basically, United have two things more, which is treble and longevity. Longevity doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, it doesn't
just
matter.
based on it doesn't. So really, it's just that the only English team to do the treble is Man United.
How good is
so
Fergie?
if City do this treble,
how good is Fergie? How good is Fergie after this?
Can I respond?
Actually,
Can I respond? Can I respond? Because my club got attacked. Hold on. Can I respond? Because my club got attacked, right?
We may have to have that in question. Let's be really honest.
I'm just saying. Yes, I'm just saying that if he does a certain treble, Fergie's credibility is going to be attacked.
Is Pep Guardiola gonna get 90 as well?
Kenny, never do it. No, but hold on. But he should. Kenny, but he should.
Okay. I'm in a panel.
And then Kenny, he can cry. Actually, no. I dare him to cry if he gets 90 though. I'll actually dare because you're Spanish. You don't dare share the tear. Yes, what do you say?
Listen. Let's be honest here. Everything Patrick said, I totally disagree with. Elijah mentioned something that was so egregious. Bro, I couldn't believe it. He mentioned the amount of penalties we got one season. Do you know what happened? He's stupid, rotten.
Hold on, let's
Jurgen Klopp, like HH says, Jurgen Jeremiah Klopp opened his mouth. The moment he opens his mouth, we don't get penalties anymore. People pretend like the referees are on our side. The whole notion of majority of the referees are from Manchester. They are Manchester City fans. They sport blue. They don't support us. Listen, we are hated.
Middle name is Norbert, by the way.
We are the most hated football club in the media. We are the most hated football club in terms of the referees. Bro, there was a time where literally, how many times did the referee have to come out and say, oh, we apologize. We got those decisions wrong. How many times? A public apology. They sent us to a club. Every single year, we get screwed. Over and over.
Listen. Wait. Hold on. Because that looks good. Let me quickly get some dubs. I know I should have. So shout out to Zontek TV. Yeah. I just bought a burger to honor Fatzad's time at Real Madrid.
Zontek TV has been bullying Hazard.
We'll get there.
He's been bullying Hazard.
And hold on. Half up from the future. Meg twerks on the pitch and Lukaku drops a brace. #lep. Okay. We'll just have to see that. Talents FC. Exclusive Sancho joins Kunzi Promise FC #partnership #draw. Talents FC. I think there's actually something mentally wrong with you, bro. I think you actually do need help. If man, thank you for the dub. As a Man United fan, I prefer Brighton to be in the final if Man U was going to lose. You either win the final and stop Man City of getting the treble narrative, or don't show up. Beating Man U on the road to the treble. You see, that's why, like, if City win this treble, it is going to be all the more sweeter because they beat United in that FA Cup final.
In front of Fergie, in front of the Fergie and the Prince. The Prince was also there. And
Fergie was there. Bex was there with his child.
The Prince was
so
there.
So it was everybody was there because. And here's the thing, though. Why those guys coming? Did they? Wait, hold on. Did Fergie and all those guys, did they go there thinking that United were going to win?
Yeah. Roy King was also there.
Here's my biggest thing, man. Why do they keep doing this to Saf, man? Saf was there when we beat him 5-0. Saf was there when we beat him 4-0. Saf was there when we beat him 7-0. Saf is there when he's at the FA Cup final.
It's unfair. Wait, hold on.
My God.
Talents
what
FC.
Has he done to you?
Hold on. Zad saved the Burger King in COVID. A heavy influence on Rodrigo and Vinny. They saw Zad and worked hard not to beat him. McDo were extended for Zad's size. Oh, thank you for that, bro. Telling him bum-ass idiots. If man, Brighton had more of a chance to win as it had a full-strength team while Man U had a lot of injuries. I disagree. Brighton plays good football and pressing. It would have been a nice story if they won the FA Cup, losing lots of players in the summer. I can guarantee you, it's being a final, United had a better chance than Brighton. Forget about how well Brighton play and so forth. You don't play finals, you win them. I think that City were always going to be the favourites, but for me, United had a better chance to beat City in that final than Brighton. It is just what it is. It just didn't happen. And also, let's be real. It was a lot closer than people thought it would be. When Gundogan scored that, we all thought it was going to be over, man. Blues fans, 92. Mourinho has transcended for football. Oh yeah, that's why no elite clubs are after him and not a single young up-and-coming manager plays the Rexes. Okay, so hold up. Here's the thing. Let me just deal with this. First of all, he has decided to challenge himself. Pep,
No, he
go,
did.
Pep, go win. No, Pep, go win a UCL with Scunthorpe. Oh no, you can't, can you? No, you can't, can you? Mourinho is the guy who
Nobody can.
Mourinho is proving. Shush, Mourinho is proving that give me anything, I'll find a way to win. I don't have to win with those people.
He has no
Give
choice.
me anything. Give me anything. No. Give me. He chose to challenge himself. He said, "No, I am going to go and challenge myself."
Him. Nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted him.
Nobody wanted him. That's a lie.
Do you know Mourinho was so desperate? He went to Rome and begged for that job. I'm telling you, that guy, nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted him.
Sorry,
and he's not going to PSG. That's a lie.
Pep won 5 Premier Leagues and 1 treble with Jose rejects KDB, while Jose has no UCL with Real Madrid, Chelsea. So much arrogance for the Portuguese Unai Emery. 2018 was the last time Jose UCL appeared. No, but times why didn't he mention the dub with FC Porto though? Why didn't he mention that?
Why did he fail with Chelsea? Why did he fail with Real Madrid?
Didn't your love interest Mourinho cry over the Conference League because he won Roma their first European trophy? Of course he should cry. Because he won Roma their first European trophy.
This guy is changing that.
No, hold on.
No.
Come on. How are you comparing getting a team's first ever European trophy in their history to you've won this already before? You've already won the FA Cup before. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Newsflash. Newsflash. A European trophy is far more significant than a football association trophy.
You know what's so weird?
Oh no, but the Conference League.
Silence FC. Jose chose Oscar and Zad over Salah and KDB and finished 10th, but he also won the treble with Inter Milan and he also ran Pep out of town with Real Madrid and he also won the UCL with FC Porto. How about you add that in?
But didn't he win the Premier League with these two guys? So
Remember Suresh, teams were right. Megan the Stallion X tax. Okay, all right. City now surpassed Liverpool, Chelsea, and Arsenal after this treble.
No.
Who still has the defensive record? I believe it's still Chelsea.
Oh man.
I'm just saying. Two things. Who has the defensive record? City have to beat a treble-winning team in their home ground in the UCL final before they can talk to Chelsea.
But you know how screwed Arsenal are, though? They have never won a Champions League, so they cannot.
Sorry. Oh, look, how was Casemiro not stopped? Cold, bro, guys. That was actually. Did you see what Casemiro did? He actually fouled your boy, and then he faked an injury and so forth. Yes, your guy was being very tricky, bro.
It's
that's dark arts. That's dark arts.
Never gets a red.
Empty. Worst fan base all time, undeveloped human equals Man U fans. Clowns. Backed a loser coach over CR7. And the coach holds 7 and 4 and is allowing Pep to do a treble. Empty. First of all, no. I'm actually going to drop a brick for that. Where's the brick?
I hate this people.
I was going to drop a brick.
But that comment is just so dumb.
Yeah. Hold on. Isn't Cristiano like wrestling dudes in Saudi Arabia, so forth? No. Ten Hag won that Cristiano basketball.
Oh my God. Leave Ronaldo. I don't know why you keep mixing up this.
You know who they wanted?
Hold up. Jay Jokin. If City win the treble, Chelsea and especially Arsenal are relevant. Again, my response is yes, you've won the treble. Chelsea won all their trophies without being backed by state or any oil refineries. So there's going to be an oil refinery tax. Here's the thing: win a treble without an oil refinery, then we can talk.
But your man had oil.
Blues fans 92. Ugarte to Chelsea is pretty close, and already the rivals are crying. And Cassidy and Slonina are bowling at the under-20 World Cup. Future surprise, guys, we're cooking. And also Blues fans, I'm hearing Nene is there. McAllister is still over around there. We are going to cook. Chelsea are here for revenge. Guys, hashtag
we don't
rebuild.
want no name
hashtag rebuild. Kenny, hashtag rebuild. Well, I told you guys, Nene to Chelsea. Nene to Chelsea, guys.
You need to start with Neymar, man.
Blues fans, we're coming back. Uglyhood. Casemiro stone cold red, yet he gets a free kick because he was trying to be clever. I know, like it was a fully a foul, 100%. Empty. David, like Manu fan VAR ref
No,
in a
his
cup.
name is Cute. That's not.
I don't trust him, man.
Fair enough.
Wait, look. I wouldn't have given the penalty, but the rules are the rules.
It was 13 versus 11. It was the referee and the.
It's Abdallah.
It was 11.
It was a penalty though.
No, it wasn't.
According to the rules, it's a penalty.
According to the rule, no, Abdallah,
don't worry about that. Don't worry about that, man. It's going. Treble is incoming. Don't worry. Who has the treble on this?
Hold on. Talent FC. Flet, Jose in Roma. Challenge. Harassment, CR7 in Saudi. I have no idea what this means. Silence FC, maybe only you do, bro. But Silence FC, go get a life. He's fucking moron. Manu fans' nightmare will get worse when Man City wins the treble and then Ratcliffe becomes an owner with all 6 Glazers staying on board based on rumors. If that happens, I will quit being invested about money as a fan. Yes, if that happens, will you jump out a window?
Yeah.
No.
That's not gonna
Hold on. No. Yes, yeah. If there's an open window, you won't leap out the window straight onto concrete. If that doesn't happen, are you saying that you won't jump out the window head first straight onto concrete?
No, I won't do that.
Seventh floor.
Do you know why I won't do that?
Patrick, 7th floor.
You know why I won't do that?
There's enough impact.
No, HH, you know why I won't do that? The reason why I won't do it is because I have hope.
So
what?
So yes, yeah. If City win if City win the treble and Ratcliffe becomes owner and Glazers stay on board, you won't get a knife and slit your eyeballs out. That won't happen.
Yo, hold on.
This is dark.
Wow.
Wait, you mean as
Wow.
You mean as in Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants to buy the club?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he wants the Glazers to say
hold on, guys. You know what's so sick, right? Apparently, Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants to sell his best player from Nice to Liverpool.
No.
Yes,
apparently, that's how.
Wait, hold on. Let me listen to Beans. Hold up.
Happening.
Uglyhood. Man City is not backed by a state. That is false.
They are.
Yes, there are. What are you talking
A
about?
whole country.
He's
Genuine
part of the
question,
royal
genuine
family,
question.
you idiots. By the way, can I say something good for Man City fans? The Sheikh is friends with King Charles, so they're not gonna do anything about the allegations.
That's why I knew it. I knew that. That's why nothing's gonna happen to you.
Wait.
Royalty tax, man. Royalty tax.
Hold up. If Ten Hag went for Abubakar instead of the horse, they would have won everything. This is why guys bangs goals in Turkey. Look, yes, yeah, you wouldn't take Abubakar over the horse.
Abubakar,
come on.
You see what he's doing in Turkey, yo.
Yes,
no.
Yes, no. Hold up. No. Yes, you're laughing. So you would get the horse over Abubakar if that was your choice.
No. But then why is my choice crap? Like I'm not like
it's your choice. Red pill or blue pill. Pick a pill.
Give me Haaland and Julian Alvarez.
Oh, shut up. That's not happening. Wing. Inter, I can forgive Italy's racism on. Wing, you are a sick. Wing, you're a sick man. Wing, see that's why Wing, you have mental issues.
But I mean,
Wing, you have serious mental issues. No, guys, we're moving. So we have the City fancy, and I'll bring you in, Mr. SM, bro. I want to talk about Gundo. Because I want us to be real right now, because I want us to have a real discussion about where this guy ranks. I want us to have a real discussion about where this guy ranks, because
he's not in the top 10 of
no. We are putting this. We're just focusing more in the club. We'll put international to one side, because my thing is that I want because let's be real, most likely he's leaving. I've heard about Barcelona.
He's not leaving. He's signing a new contract, by the way.
Abdallah, he's leaving. He's leaving. Abdallah, that's why you're getting coverage. He's leaving. Abdallah, he's leaving.
I know him. I think he's leaving.
We didn't think of
okay. Hold up. That's one side. Okay, cool. Whether he's leaving or not, let's have a Gundo discussion. So I want to come first to Patrick, because where do I rank Gundo in terms of midfielders? My thing here is this though, is I'm going to say something a bit crazy. I'm putting Gundo over Kevin De Bruyne. And the reason why I'm putting Gundogan over Kevin De Bruyne is, in my view, he does his role better in a more consistent way than Kevin De Bruyne. There was that league win, I believe it was last year. Gundogan was instrumental.
Year before.
The year before. Gundogan was instrumental in that league win. De Bruyne wasn't. So Gundogan arguably carried City to a title during like the last third of the season. De Bruyne never did that as well.
Last year.
Bro, for a last third where, bro, look how, I think it was 2 years before, what Gundogan was doing, the amount of goals he was scoring on a consistent basis as a midfielder, it was insane, bro.
Yeah.
And my thing though is clutchness, bro. What Gundogan has done in several finals has been incredible. So, see, maybe come back to me, because I think of all-time midfielders, man, that's a difficult one because...
I don't think it's all-time. Yeah.
No, but I want us to be specific. Are we saying top 7, top 5, top? Because as of right now, I'm willing to fight for top 10.
I can't do it.
No, he's not top 10 of all time.
Top 10 in the EPL. In the EPL.
No. Even in the EPL, no.
Kenny,
now you're
Kenny. My thing is this though, is that we all agree that City are one of the greatest Premier League sides of all time. And Gundogan is one of the best and most important players in arguably the greatest Premier League side of all time. So I'm sorry, if you do the math, one of the greatest sides of all time, one of the most important players in that team, you can make an argument that he's top 10, because if you bring in any other midfielder, have they done and have they been functioning in a team that Gundogan has been functioning in? So that's
they won't accept. They won't accept it. Let me tell you something.
Okay, so talk to me about Gundo.
They won't accept it, and it's been like this for years. I've been fighting on Gundo's corner. Nobody will accept it. Do you know why? First of all, he doesn't have that PR. He's not that flashy guy who PR. They pump him out there.
That's true.
Yes, Germany, things haven't worked, but Germany has been shit, and Gundo has tried sometimes to carry Germany with goals and play well, but Germany recently is poor. In the Prem, guys, if we're being serious, Gundogan, I remember there was a time, I'm going to start from the beginning so you understand what sort of player this guy is. Fernandinho got injured. This was the second half of the season. I don't know if you remember this, Coutinho. He got injured, Fernandinho, and we were like, oh, shit, Liverpool are going to win this league. Guess what? Guess who played DM? And all the games he played DM during that season, the goals were 3+. Every time Gundo plays DM, except the Chelsea final, especially that season, that's how it started when I saw Gundogan can cover anything. He covered us DM. We won all the games. Why some of us were scared that we're going to lose the league. League One, Fernandinho came at the end. Let me explain. Fernandinho came at the end, fully fit, lifted the trophy as captain. Gundo again and sang quietly. The second season, Gundo was being benched. De Bruyne gets injured through the season. Gundo comes in again, steps up again, plays one of the best football at the point where pundits were like, this guy might be the player of the season, but it's just that he's been good half season. I saw that already. He's been good half season. He played one of the best football again. No midfielder has done what Gundo has done. Then again, look, he comes in again, then Pep does his thing again, drops him to the bench, he comes in pissed off again, carries us again to another trophy. Third time. That's the third time. This season again, when we got stuck again, guess who showed up? Gundogan. FA Cup, Gundogan. Guys, as much as some of you might be saying, top 10 midfielders, if you start dropping your top 10 midfielders, you start dropping some of them that are rubbish. I said it today. If Gundogan continues being clutch and goes clutch to the UCL, what would Gerrard bring in the Premier League? Premier League alone, what would Gerrard speak about? Gerrard has got nothing in the Premier, zero. Liverpool fans, look at me. Zero Premier League. Gundo has got 5.
You see, and Patrick is hitting a very interesting point.
I'm just saying.
Patrick has hit a very interesting point.
Let me say one more thing. One more thing, just one more thing. Somebody told me when I said that off camera, I said, do you know Gundogan? He says, do you know Gerrard has been clutch for us? I was like, well, Gundogan has been more clutch also. So if Gundo adds the UCL and he's got 5 Premier League, what can a 0 Premier League winner as Gerrard talk to us about? Because English tax.
Because Patrick comes with a caveat. It all depends on next week. If Gundogan has like a man of the match performance, or he comes clutch in the UCL, I'm sorry, he's got the toe flex. You see, I will always give Gerrard what he did in that UCL final in 05, because that was a stupendous performance against arguably one of the most talented teams we've ever seen in the UCL, man for man. But the issue for Gerrard is he never really did anything in the Premier League. He has no great moments or great season that led to a Premier League win. It's not about just having a great season. You never had a great season that led to a Premier League win.
He did. He has a moment. He slipped.
Okay, yeah, Patrick. I was.
Oh man, no, but you see when you do stuff like that, look at the team Gundogan is in. Let's not just act as
let's
if.
not start that. Let's not.
No.
About individuals.
No,
wait, hold on.
Obviously, individual is important, but the team you're part in is very important for the individual as well. Like Gundogan for the past 3 years, he's been. This guy's been at sea for 6 years now. Like, he's a very good midfielder, yeah. But top 10, I'm sorry, like performance wise, for me, it's decent. Yeah, maybe top 20. Maybe
decent?
Top 15. But you guys are
decent?
Wait. No, very good. No, very good.
Decent.
No, he's very
Name
good.
the 10. Name the 10. Kenny, name the 10.
No.
Name the 10. Name the 10 right now.
I would just wait. When you say best midfielder, are we talking?
Hold on. Streets. I'll put out a poll. So Streets, where is Gundogan all time in EPL midfielder? I've put out a poll. Voting is in the poll.
Are we talking like just trophy career-wise, or are we talking about best performance-wise, or
take everything into account?
You have to take everything into account. Somebody has to be clutch. Like Drogba. Drogba was clutch, and that's why you put him as strikers up there. Even Henry said the difference between Drogba and Henry and Harry Kane is Harry Kane can score all the goals he wants, but Drogba sits on the table with us because he was clutch during important moments. That's what Gundogan is. Which midfielder out there? Tell me the top 10. And let's see if Gundogan doesn't come in.
Yeah, Kenny, they're asking you for the 10. Asking for the 10.
I don't know. I would name Scholes. I would name Lampard. I would name KDB. I would name Yaya Toure. I would put him in front of him. Roy Keane probably, yeah. Who else? Roy Keane. Patrick Vieira, yeah, I would put Fabregas as well. Wait, who's David Silva? Did I say David Silva?
No.
I would put David Silva over him as well. And then is the Gerrard one, maybe I don't know, Gerrard.
Now we're struggling because we're at 8. We're on 8.
So no Chelsea players? No
Lampard.
No Ballack, no nothing.
No. He's better than Ballack. He's better than Ballack.
Kante?
I would put Kante. I would put Kante above him as well.
What about Vieira? What about Vieira?
I said Vieira as well. I said Vieira.
9.
No, that was the 10th one.
Yeah, Kante
Vieira.
Kante and Vieira, yeah.
Kante over.
But obviously, he's more. He may have won maybe more. He may have won maybe. He may have won maybe more Premier League, but for me as individual players, the players that I named for me, they were more important.
Do you know what the difference is, Kenny? Do you know what the difference about Gundogan? Do you know what the difference with Gundogan is? It's not about just the thing where in City squad you can just say somebody won and he was just part of it. He actually dragged us to some of the Premier. 3 of them, he dragged us to them.
Yeah, it's been clutch. Clutch-wise, I agree with that. Clutch-wise, I agree, but for me, on the overall seasons, for me, the guys I named, for me, they were more important to the team, like actually winning the trophies. Like,
but Kenny, here's the issue.
That's Gundogan. I checked. Did you hear him? He said they were more important to the team. Gundogan is the one who was.
Wait, hold on. Let me quick. Yassi, then come to Smasa. Yassi, talk to me.
But here's the issue. And this is my biggest issue, because like the way I view Gundogan and the way he's gonna be viewed is he's gonna be underrated. I will tell you right now, people are till even right now, whatever he's doing, we're talking about it, but in the large scale of it, a lot of people are not gonna rate Gundogan, and the reason why is I'm telling you, it's the industry plan. When Kevin De Bruyne gets the no, it is. When Kevin,
let him cook.
What are we, kids?
Zima, you eat cookies and milk, so speak for yourself.
Here's the thing.
Cookies are top tier, man.
Now listen. Here's the thing. When Kevin De Bruyne automatically is in the team of the year every single season, even if he can literally break his leg, not play a whole year, and still will find his way in the team of the season. When Kevin De Bruyne gets all the praise for City success, there are going to be players that are going to be overlooked. Bernardo Silva will be one of those players. Ilkay
Yes,
Gundogan will
aside.
be
Let me
one of
just say
those
one
players.
more thing. Let me
That's
just say
the
one more
truth.
thing before I forget. Do you know what? Let me tell you something funny, guys, and with the panel. I bet you Gundogan can drop a 3-piece in the final, and when the Ballon d'Or list comes, Kevin De Bruyne is number 2.
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You.
Oh, for sure. 100% for sure.
But that's the
No,
thing.
that's
It's
why
like-
he's the indisputable.
German text.
De Bruyne
he's a
is
better player.
De Bruyne is the Drake of football. De Bruyne is Drake of
No,
football.
but Kenny,
He's
you
a better
misunderstood.
player.
Wait, hold on, I want to say yes,
But Kenny, that's Kelly. You're missing the point. No one is saying who is a better player between Kevin De Bruyne and Ilkay Gundogan. But it's like, give the man the praise when he deserves it, and we don't do that enough. I remember, I think it was like a couple games ago, where Kevin De Bruyne won man of the match, and he didn't have a good game. I think it was in the Champions League. Was it against
Real Madrid?
Yeah, it was the
Real
UCL.
Madrid.
It was the UCL.
And he won the man of the match. It's like, and then
When the second leg?
No, the
I think
first
it was
leg.
the
The
first
first
leg.
leg. He
He
won
won
it.
the
Yeah, he was. Who was better than him the first leg?
He was not great. He was bad.
He wasn't great, bro.
Listen.
No.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
even City fans were like, I said,
It wasn't great, but you said clutch. Wasn't he clutch? He was clutch, wasn't he?
Do you wanna hear something weird? I think there was a game where Haaland scored a 2-piece or something, and everybody scored, and the Bruyne still came out.
You're talking about wait.
Actually,
You're talking about
let me have results. Hold on. So I asked the streets, where is Gundogan ranked in all-time EPL midfielders? So top 3, 7%. Top 5, 13%. Top 10, 32%. And top 15, 46%. So most guys said that it's top 15.
The people that say top 3, you guys are so. Come on, man.
Okay, wait. So Samasi, where do you think Gundogan should be ranked? Let's discard Gem. Just focusing just on his as in club career. Where should he be ranked?
I left Gundogan since he's playing days in Dortmund. You know, he comes from the same-ish background as me, so I'm always rooting for him. And the only good thing about Man City winning the treble is he finally gonna win his UCL. I think he really deserved to win the UCL over the years. But you see, he is about top 10. He's not in the top 10 for me. If he wins the UCL and does the treble, he comes totally in the top 10 because what did Gerrard do in the EPL? He slipped, that's it. That's all he done in the EPL for me. So
What's
there's a German tax on Ballon d'Or. Germany, the same thing with Ribéry. He was also right because it was Bayern Munich, and it's a German club, so we don't really get Ballon d'Or chances, so it's going to be hard for him.
I think Samasi raises a very interesting point. So all those guys who've said top 15, cool. If Gundogan wins the UCL and he has a great performance in that final, we have to revisit this. Because you can't keep him at top 15 if he's instrumental in leading City to a treble.
And he's captain, and he's also captain.
And he's captain, I'm sorry. Guys, no. See, that's not what we're going to do. See, if he's top 15, cool. If, let's say, he drops a disaster class or he's not really that crucial, cool, top 15. You cannot keep him at top 15 if he either has a great performance or he comes clutch in the UCL final. You can't. Zeman, talk to me.
I'll say this about Gundogan. Yes, he has a shout for the top 10. I do think he does, because in certain instances, you could also look at the likes of Yaya Toure, who, let's be honest, how consistent was he at the EPL? I mean, everyone points to his greatest season, but if we're talking about consistency and style of play,
lazy sometimes.
I feel like Gundogan has a case over him, even though you could say that Yaya Toure had an overall better season that counts for him in terms of his midfield performances. You could make an argument for him being in the top 10, and I agree with that. But fundamentally, like, Gundogan is the most intelligent midfielder that Man City have. I think he is easily. I think this is a guy
because he's coming to Barca.
No. That's not even it. Like, I've said this. Like, look at KDB. Everyone's like, the thing about KDB is you can't just throw him under the bridge because Gundogan is better. All of a sudden, he's no longer good. Like, this guy's been clutch for Man City. Like, let's not try to act like Gundogan is just this trash player that just shows up for the pictures. Fundamentally,
but he's an industry plant.
You can't really. Okay, there's only cases where people big up the. My only problem with KDB is cases where certain instances where this guy has a horrible performance, like this final, where in which he only had what I believe 58% in terms of pass completion.
And still gets an assist though all the time.
He gets he gets an assist, and then everyone overlooks and tries to act like Gundogan wasn't a man of the match. It's just cases like that. But there has been instances where he's come clutch.
Time.
Yeah, there has been instances where he's come clutch, even against Real Madrid, even in the first leg. Even though I don't think he had a great performance. But in terms of what Gundogan is compared to other midfielders, I mean, he's up there in the top 10. I just don't know where. I wouldn't say like this whole idea of like Gundogan is underrated. I think people take that too much.
He is though. He's underappreciated.
I think
German text.
I think everyone appreciates him. I mean, the only underrated German midfielder for me is Kroos. That's the most underrated German midfielder for me. But
he is one of the best. He is top 5 of all time. Let's say top 6, top 5.
He's the best. I think he's the best German player ever.
Let me come to SM. What you wanted to talk about? So SM, what are you saying?
Beckenbauer. What are you talking about?
Beckenbauer doesn't have his resume back.
Okay, SM, talk to me. SM.
I don't think Gundogan is underrated. I think he's underappreciated. There's a difference. I think people understand how good he is. They just don't give him the flowers because Kevin De Bruyne steals the headlines or Erling Haaland steals it for scoring a hat-trick in 10 seconds or whatever. But he has, actually, you're right. He has shown up when it has mattered. He showed up in the 2021 season against obviously very big clubs. Chelsea, Tottenham, Liverpool. He's done it. Last season he did it against Aston Villa. This season, I mean, FA Cup. He's gonna be written all over the headlines. If he does it next week in Istanbul, then there is a case for him to be in the top 10. Now, I'm not gonna shit on Gerrard because that's disrespectful, but he's under. So
as of right now, is he top 10 or top 15 according to you?
I put him top 15. It depends on next week, HH. I want to see, because if you can do it against Man United at Wembley, then I'm pretty sure you can also do it at Inter Milan. You can do it against Inter Milan at Istanbul.
Well, you never know. It's a whole different game.
I mean, you should though. You should.
So you say that if he performs well and is instrumental, then you're putting him top 10.
Yeah.
I got a question. Does everyone rate Patrick Vieira ahead of him?
Yes, I do.
Wait, Zeman, it depends on next week.
No. Because my thing is Patrick Vieira didn't necessarily need he didn't necessarily need a Champions League in order to be top 10. It's just he was a leader on the field.
Oh no. But Zeman, my thing though is, I'm sorry.
So I don't know how much.
As of right now, Vieira is ahead of him as of right now. I'm sorry.
Obviously.
I am happy with having Gundogan top 15 right now. I think that's for right now. But depending on what the key thing is, what does he do individually next week? Because if he is critical and key next week, that is putting him in a very different echelon from many other midfielders who are now currently ahead of him. So next week is going to be pivotal in where we rank him. I'm sorry. If he's key and pivotal and leads City to a win, whilst being important, we have to change it. Now, if City win in spite of him, then let's keep him at top 15 still. Can
I just say one thing on this Man City thing? Do you know this is another thing? So there's been Fernandinho, captain, incredible midfielder, which none of you mentioned. Fernandinho is an incredible midfielder, but you guys underrate our players. David Silva. So these have been our captains. David Silva, Fernandinho, Company. All these are people who are put in the top 10s. Guess what? All these captains, they've never really come clutch like Gundo in seasons. And if he's our first captain who comes clutch in the UCL, I know Vinny the Leicester City, but just listen to me. I'm saying these midfielders you're mentioning, like Yaya, they've failed to win City the UCL. If Gundo becomes clutch in the UCL final and wins us the UCL, he was clutch in the FA Cup and then he was clutch in the Prem. I think I'm sorry, I said it already on the thing. I'm going to start putting Gundo as the best midfielder I've seen at City. After, if we win this UCL,
wait, can I talk about Gundogan? Can I talk about Gundogan?
HH, just a final
Wait,
point.
HH, can I speak on?
Okay. Natsa then. AK, then I'll take your dubs, guys. Natsa.
Yeah. I do agree that Gundogan is underappreciated because ultimately people really only care about a player when he does score goals. Because Gundogan has been playing like this for a long time, but as soon as he does something, people want to appreciate him. So you, HH included, you never mentioned Gundogan until right now. So,
It came out of nowhere, man.
Bro, I've always, Natsa, I've been praising Gundogan from the Dortmund days.
Not as much as Verratti and those guys that you always talk about.
Natsa, it's freaking Marco.
And he's been much better than that, right? Okay, Verratti, whatever his name is. He's been much better.
I'm not respect to that. They actually are pretty smart creatures. But Marco is that dude though, so.
Yeah. But the thing is here, for me, like, this is a bit, there's a mixture of this. Like, he's such a very good player that in the Premier League alone, for me, he's easily top 10. I don't know what people.
Oh, so you're having him top 10 right now already?
Three good stints in the Premier League. I think two good stints, like that you actually remember season, that you actually remember, like, Fabregas was that guy. So I don't really think people, like, when they see Fabregas' name, they're talking about him, what he did for Spain and that kind of stuff. But for the Premier League alone, I don't think he's been better than Gundogan. But the thing I will say for you guys is, HH, if this was, for example, Kevin De Bruyne, and you would have said, so the first thing you would have said when you come out of your mouth was, Champions League. But you haven't mentioned it for Gundogan yet. Because for me personally, I haven't seen one game where I could have said that Gundogan was the man in that Champions League game. That's what he's missing, and I agree with that. That's what's missing. He hasn't had that Champions League night. I can name multiple for other players in the Champions League, like Bernardo Silva, Haaland, blah blah blah. Even in those games against Real Madrid, he did miss some sitters that he should have scored. So those are the things where he will get judged on. That people will put him in that the other caliber of players. So, and the thing with Patrick, I don't know what Patrick just respecting KDB, but KDB has, even last season, he scored 4 goals against Wolves in the last game of the season. He assisted the Gundogan. He assisted the Gundogan.
That's the thing. It depends.
Can I say something about KDB? KDB is just good. KDB is just good. I don't need to praise. I'm just saying that KDB is rated, but sometimes he just gets things easy because obviously he's always shiny. He's the shiny toy.
Patrick, why is Gundogan getting rated right now? Ask yourself, why is Gundogan getting rated?
I rated him ever since. I rated him ever since he carried us years ago. He's carried us for years.
And assist that make the difference in the game. People rate them more than the people that don't make the difference, that control the game. People have become more stats merchants. I understand.
No. But is KDB a midfielder, Nasa? Is KDB a midfielder? I consider him a second striker right now.
I would say early in his career he was more of a midfielder.
I don't know.
It's true. Like when I think of a midfielder and the discipline of what you need and the role and what is required of you in a game, I don't really view KDB as a midfielder in the classic sense.
No, he's not. He's not.
Because like in terms of what is required of what you want from a midfielder, I'm looking more at what a Rodri.
He said himself, like, I would rather have less percentage passing accuracy to create more chances for my team than be like a Rodri, for example, with his whole game is based on completing passes, keeping the tempo moving.
Yeah, because he's a second striker. Let's just call it. He's like a second striker essentially.
No, I wouldn't call him second striker.
He's like a cam slash second striker.
Yeah, because I think because I'm not sure. Yeah, go for it.
But if you look at Ozil, look at his pass percentage. Right, he's literally similar. They're both AMs. They're both trying to play the finals. Both AMs. Second striker right now maybe because he's a bit more older. Can't do the running that he used to do before, tracking back. Even in late in games,
and also doesn't De Bruyne sometimes play as a false man as well?
A second striker right now, but before early in his time when he was at City, I don't think he was a second striker. He was a natural AM, coming on from the right side sometimes, but mostly in the middle in the earliest times of his career.
So now, you're excited. So what champagne are you having next Saturday night? What champagne are you having? Or are you having wine?
Yeah. Inter favorites, AJ. Don't worry.
Now, all I'm asking is how are you going to celebrate? It's a simple question, man. How are you going to celebrate? Champagne, wine?
When Inter the favorites? I have to.
Okay, cool. AK, talk to me, and then I'll take your doubles, guys. AK, talk to me.
Yeah. I think if he wins the treble, he'll be top 10. People forget that in like 2014 or 2014, he had a really bad back injury, which meant he couldn't play his natural way. And in 2016, again, he had an ACL injury, which basically physically he couldn't play. He used to be very box to box. He couldn't play that way, so he was able to adapt this game to be more, more part of dictating the tempo, but still have that box to box element, which allows him to score goals. So he's adapted his game a lot, and I think he is very underappreciated. So I think if he wins this game, I think if he wins the treble, he will be top 10. One other question I have is this Man City midfield collection of De Bruyne, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan. You can add Fernandinho in there. He played. Is that the best midfield collection that any Premier League team has had? I generally think there isn't a better midfield collection
Only Chelsea
of those players compared to those.
Honestly, it's up there. It's up there. I think, in my opinion.
Whoa,
Just
Elijah,
to be
are you
honest-
in a party, bro? Like,
No, 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 no. I'm chill. No, I'm not in a party.
Yeah.
I was saying, I was actually mentioning that for sure top 10, because you could put them up there with some of the Chelsea ones from back in the day, some of the United ones for sure. But yeah, top Man City for sure, top 10, top 5.
I mean that Chelsea middle was pretty tops, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Chelsea's
that
I think Chelsea's number one. The United one is number two. The City one can be number 3.
With Jorginho, right?
Yeah.
I think
Stop
the
it.
City one is better than the United
Ballon
one.
d'Or candidate.
HH, name your best midfielders of all time for Chelsea. Name them.
Oh, you have to have Essien,
J5,
Essien, Makelele, Oxy Kante,
Lampard.
But see, here's the thing though. Lampard falls into the De Bruyne category.
Oh, okay. All right.
Lampard is like I don't really view him as a, because look at how many goals he got. Look at how high up Lampard was pretty much a second striker. He's pretty much a second striker.
I know the real reason you don't rate him because of his Chelsea managerial career. I know that, bro.
Oh yeah. No, the manager tax. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me come to BM. Where you ranking Gundogan?
I think he's going to be top 10. He has to be top 10. Like, he's literally what you
already.
Yeah, I think it's literally what you call a complete midfielder. You can make him play the 6, the 8, the 10, the false 9. He can do it all. So I think he has to be top 10. And when this Champions League game, we're gonna see was it really made up, because this is time your team needs you. This is the clutch moment. Like, the legendary midfielders have stepped up. So he has to step up in this Champions League game. But if he wins this treble, wins the Champions League, and when they win the treble, right? I think we have to have a conversation. Might be better than Jared.
All right. So here's the thing, MT. I will not pull up that dub, because that dub is wild.
Can I speak on this?
Wait, hold on. So MT,
Yeah.
I'm not pulling up that dub. That's crazy, bro. I'm sorry. We're not having that YouTube text. Hell no. Blaze, HH. I swear, if I hear United, if I hear another United fan hype up Bruno. Look, he is what he is.
He's pretty good. I can't. Bruno's not that bad.
Yeah,
Okay, here's the thing right now. Bruno has his limits. He has his uses, but he has his limits. So, and the issue with Bruno is, in really big games and so forth, is where he gets really exposed, and where you see just how limited he is as a midfielder and just his limited skill set. So, because he has such a limited skill set and so forth, he can get very much exposed, because there are very few things he's able to really to do well.
I think
he's essentially a terrible version of.
Sorry, Zeman then J to Zeman.
Yeah, he's a terrible version of KDB, but nonetheless, he's effective if you give him his position. Of course, he's going to misplace a lot of passes. He's not as dynamic in terms of controlling games. That's not his game. His game is attacking midfield. But to be fair, I don't perceive him as being like this top elite class ability-wise type of player. If you look at him that way, I don't know what to tell you. And this is where you have to ask Ten Hag. This is where I don't get getting Mason Mount. It's like you have a bunch of players that are better in transitions than they are in controlling games in the middle of the park. It's like for me, he's not built that way.
Okay. And what's called J-Swiss? Your view on Bruno?
Yeah, Bruno is a midfielder that is a jack of all trades. Like, he has no elite attributes or skill sets. He's good at he's good at everything basically, but he doesn't excel at anything.
He's not press resistant though. You can easily take the ball off him.
His best position is actually being the shadow striker or the second striker.
Yeah.
That's his best position because when we saw, I think it was 2021, that season and the season afterwards, that's when he was his best. Well, no,
I think Zimmer actually had it he's a worse version of De Bruyne.
I think he's been better this season than in 2021.
Yeah,
he was getting the goal and assist.
No. Bruno was better
overall
this season than this
game.
season.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. J-Swiss.
Yeah, this season people are going to say, oh, it's because he's been further back in the midfield because there's Casemiro and there's Fred and there's Eriksen, so he's a bit more. Ten Hag's put more restriction on him this season. He's not letting him to run around everywhere because under Ollie he'd run all over the pitch. He just presses he doesn't. He doesn't have to press properly. Basically,
Okay, let me see.
He has to be instructed where to press and how to press. If you don't give him that, he'll just run all over the pitch. That's what Ten Hag
Okay,
does
so
this season.
Bimef, really briefly before we go more. Bimef, really briefly.
When people talk about Bruno, is that people just say, "Oh yeah, is this, is that, is that." The problem is when you you have to because he lacks some skill set abilities. You have to build the team around him. That's what I'm saying. When you look at City players, for example, you see when they play for the national team and when they play for that club team, you see how different they play because they lack some skill set that you need, especially when you play for your national team. So with Bruno, right, I think when Ten Hag is just trying to get Messi in mind because he's trying to just build. He's trying, build this Pep style of football by playing the box formation in the midfield, having someone involved with Casemiro. So I think it's gonna be fine. Just that I had what Ten Hag is trying to do with Messi Mount, but I think it's gonna be relying more on the defense to progress the ball.
As long as he gets Mount, that's just the key thing. As long as you get him off. David T, if that thing with the receding ponytail and his family sell to the haggard-looking rich man, and David De Gea is still there, I'll be an FC United fan. Wow, man. Shut up, man.
De Gea needs to be either retired or be sold.
Wait, hold on. So, Haruna Salim, it's wild that top 10 EPL midfielders will not start in La Liga or Serie all-time team.
What?
Scholes does.
No, he doesn't. Where does he start for Spain?
He does. Scholes does a shot. You're saying that Scholes doesn't get in an all-time Serie team?
I mean, is he better than Iniesta?
I don't know, man.
Kroos?
I don't know.
What is the midfield for an all-time Serie?
Wait, hold on. Come on. You see, I can't vouch for Gerrard or Lampard. Vieira is in an all-time Serie team.
Is he better?
And he can squeeze it in an La Liga team. Scholes does.
Is it better?
What is an all-time Serie midfield?
Yeah.
What would it be?
Pirlo. Sorry, Pirlo.
Zido.
What's called Seedorf. You can have what's it called? What's it called?
Pogba on his
Zidane.
Kaka.
No, you
Okay,
can't
where
have
does
Zidane.
Some people even put in Marquisio in there.
If you list that midfield, where the hell does
Totti?
does Scholes get into that?
Totti is the second striker.
Where does Scholes get into that? Scholes doesn't get into that.
Yes, he.
Okay, hold on. Let's vibes.
He's like a poor
Gundogan is better than Paul Scholes. Diaz miles ahead of both Rio and Vich.
I don't know about that.
So that's a brief comment. Let me hear that. How can you say Diaz is a mile? First of all, Diaz is not better than Rio and Vidic. How can you say miles ahead? That's crazy. That's crazy.
If he wins the treble, if he wins the treble,
no, hold on. Even if he wins the treble, he's still not better than them as a defender. Now, he may have.
Wait. I'll tell you.
Yeah, how is he better than them?
I'll give you why he has a case. I'll give you. Since Diaz came, I think in the beginning of the season in 2021, we had Eric Garcia and John Stones playing in that position. And we were 5-6 points behind Liverpool. He came into the team. We won the league 3 times in a row.
Nah, so this is only for City fans. Nobody outside of City is rated Diaz.
Let me give my case. This season, when we were in a bad form, Diaz was not in the picture. As soon as he came into the picture, you saw the differences happen. Like even in the game against Bayern, did you see that block? I don't think Rio makes that block like Diaz makes.
What do you? Rio was a top bro. This is recent bias. This is recent bias, man.
That was a
recency
form
bias,
that
man.
that's what I call a form of.
He's 25 years old.
That's blasphemy.
25 years old.
That's ridiculous.
That's
No,
blasphemy right there.
Nasser, you're really making a case of Diaz being better than Rio and
by the end of
Vidic.
his career, and you will know that he's going to be better than them. Totally.
Oh,
I'm so
no.
convinced of it.
Just
Nasser,
no.
you're mad.
Yeah,
Wait,
you
hold
can't
on, let
do
me keep going. So Talent FC,
By the
company leaves City 3-peats and treble. Okay, all right. Wow. You see the guy here, he's an idiot, man. So hold on. Giggs, Scholes, Keane, Beckham, best Premier League midfield. Stop it. No. Not
First
over
of all,
Chelsea's.
no,
Not over Chelsea.
no.
Not
Beckham
over
isn't
Chelsea.
even a midfielder.
Liz Vibes. Only peak Liverpool is the antithesis to Man City. Well, peak
Depends,
Liverpool
depends.
lost the league to them twice.
Yeah.
But they've been the closest though. But let's tell me you don't like possession football without saying it. Start Bruno, Mount, and Casemiro in the middle with a solid keeper in
That's
the hair
exactly
sweeping
what
off.
I mean. How are they going to control the midfield?
Wait,
like,
because
what is
possession
Can I explain
What is
this?
the board attention?
Yes,
No,
there's
no.
an explanation here.
Can I explain?
Yes,
Board
yeah.
attention.
You can't explain
Let
this. You
Yasser
can't.
man,
No. Yes, yeah. No. Yes, yeah.
man.
BMF and J2S. Thank you for taking Mount off of us, but
No,
Lord
no,
in
we're
heaven,
not taking
the thing
them.
is-
that
You're
midfield
taking
is going
White.
to
No, you're
come.
taking White.
But here's the issue. Zeman, I think, and this is my issue, like with people, is like I don't think people understand Ten Hag.
Exactly.
Ten Hag is not buying Mount to play him as a De Jong. He moved away from a De Jong type
No,
of
but
player.
that's not the
So,
point.
He's
so
not trying-
okay, so
we're not
Bruno, so
playing
basically
pet
you're playing
football.
hot potato.
No.
Yeah.
Then our possession
Yeah,
of
so-
buildup will be from like
The
Martinez
back.
and
we don't, like,
the
we
kid.
can't.
Yeah,
Two
so
center
how do
backs
you-
will
Okay,
build up.
so
do you
hold on.
have
So
to build up on the
basically,
wings then?
so you're bypassing. So Bruno is the go-to midfielder. You're bypassing the midfield.
Yes, we're gonna have. What we're trying to do is we're trying to have an overload in the attack. Ideally, that's what he's trying to do.
This obsession with controlling midfield, like there's no one off playing football.
No, that's not
Anthony, good
that's
enough
not
for
the point. That's not the
Wait,
point. He's
wait.
going transition. That's all we're saying. He's transition.
It's not going transition. I don't know what.
How is it not transition?
Wait. Hold on. What is it? J2S. One at a time.
BMF
J2S.
and Yasser, we're literally doing Liverpool 2.0 with that midfield. You know
Yeah.
how the
No,
midfield
but
of Liverpool
Wait,
was
hold on.
Hend-
One at a time, guys. One at a time.
Henderson, Fabinho, and Wijnaldum or Cato or whoever. We're literally doing that with Casemiro. Casemiro will be the Fabinho, for
Yes.
example, and Mount will be the Henderson, and Bruno will be the Wijnaldum.
Which
That's
Henderson?
what we're doing. Ten Hag is not playing pet football. with the
Which
players he's
Henderson?
looking
Though?
at.
No, I didn't.
These are not the profiles.
But
Play
J
possession.
Wait, hold on. Okay, yes.
But J Twist, here's the thing though. Like I think that the issue I have with everyone is people generally don't understand what Ten Hag is trying to do, how Ten Hag is trying to play. Ten Hag, people think he's trying to play like Pep. He's not Pep. They think he's going to play like Klopp. He's not Klopp. Ten Hag has his own way of playing. What I think Ten Hag is trying to do is with Mount and
advanced eights.
with Mount and two advanced eights. He's trying to have a two
What's
advanced
midfield?
eights.
Like,
And then one midfield anchor with Casemiro.
Yeah, what we're doing is we're maximizing pace and power.
Listen,
That's what
and
we're
then
doing.
he's trying to build
The
out.
center backs are going to be the midfield.
Yeah.
Step up to the midfield. That's why
That's what he's trying to do.
And Lisandro Martinez, because when we playing out from the back, you're going to see how the center backs, the way you see how John Stones coming to the midfield and start playing the ball.
I'm gonna keep it real. Low blocks are gonna be your number one enemy, bro. You guys are transition merchants.
okay.
Just call
We'll
it what it
see.
is, bro. Just call it what it
Wait,
is.
Zeman, especially after that they're gonna sign Mount and Bruno in the same midfield. How are they gonna break down any team? Like those two players cannot break
We
down.
have
low blocks.
Anti on the right wing.
Basically, all I just say is thank you for. Okay, so guys, let's move. So guys, here. All right. Okay, let's do this, man.
Wait, we talk about Michael.
Hey, can you guys hear the background? My background.
Nah,
Not that much. Not that much.
Today is one of the saddest days in for football.
No, it's not.
Is it really though?
So
Is it really?
June
Be serious.
June 3rd, 2023 will go down as one of the. So guys, mark it down. Streets. I want everyone to mark this day down. June 3rd, 2023 will go down as one of the saddest days in football history.
Happy birthday to my club, by the way.
So, one of the greatest players in the history of the game is one of the greatest talents that the game has ever seen. A guy's clips who are shown every other day on Twitter. I think they did a survey
I see more Mount clips.
Hazard's highlights and show reels are shown the most times on Twitter. So there is no other. The most trending player day to today on Twitter is Ronaldinho. After that, it's Hazard.
So HJ, he's basically
after that it's Hazard. So Hazard is the second
was that taking on
Hazard, can I finish? Hazard is the second most trending player consecutively on Twitter. And I think that this is one of the saddest. If you're a football fan, this is a sad day. If you're a fake fan, no one cares about you. If you're a true football fan, this is one of the saddest days in history. Because his contract was terminated.
Where'd you get that stat in the first place? I need to go find it.
Oh no, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
It's been a sad day for the past 4 years. Like, we've seen this coming. Like,
my thing though is, I think this is wrong, but it had to happen because nobody can tell me otherwise that one of the best players in the world at the time suddenly became a ghost. It doesn't make sense. 2018, 2019, there was no better player in the world than Hazard. That year, when he became Zad, there was no better player.
One season.
There was no better player in the world. Hazard was he was so good. Do you know how good you have to be where rivals keep on saying, bro, that boy was good.
Shout out to
that boy was good. There's never been another player where all rival fans have said, I wish he was on my team. Never been another player. So no, hold on. Let me cook. So something happened, and I'm going to find out. But something happened. Whether it was it was food poisoning or something. Something happened with regards to his journey from Chelsea to Real Madrid. Because let's be real, guys, this is the biggest loss in football history. Hazard not showing what he's done is the biggest loss in football history. So basically, guys, let me cook. As football fans, we lost out. Like we lost out. Because again, guys, the levels that this guy has reached, the only people that reached that level are Messi and Neymar. Actually, three guys have reached the top level in the modern age. Messi, Neymar, and Hazard. You see, Mbappe is a World Cup GOAT. So that's just the difference. It's a World Cup GOAT. Only three players have reached that top level. Hazard, Neymar, and Messi. Three guys.
I don't know how you do it.
Three guys.
I don't know how you do it.
So
how do you do this with a straight face?
I don't know how you do it.
I mean, that's what. Okay, so Ziman, what do you think went wrong with Hazard, knowing about how great his talents was at Real Madrid? Ziman, why were we robbed of one of the greatest talents in the modern game in Eden Hazard?
I wouldn't say one of the greatest talents in the modern game, but he was a talent. I'll admit that, man. He was sensational.
Wait, okay. Why do you have to say admit? Why can't you just say he was sensational? Why do you have to add the word admit?
Because
just say he was bloody amazing.
No, because this guy didn't take his career serious. Like, let's just call it what it is. I mean, this guy. I mean, look at the way his body has transformed over the years. You just look at him and you just think to yourself, like, he's at fault for where he's at. He can blame no one. He can't blame Real Madrid. He can't blame the medical staff. He can't blame his gardener. He can't blame his neighbors. He can't blame no one, bro. It's down to him and what he wanted. And let's be honest, Hazard was never serious about football. Let's just call it what it is. He was never serious about football. Football was like a side hustle.
And Ziman, you know Hazard personally, I take it. You know him personally.
No, because even your club legends have come out and said this guy isn't necessarily taking football serious. He would always be the type of dude that would play around and then he wouldn't do that much in training and then show up in the games. That's the type of player he was. So it caught up to him. And unfortunately, now Real Madrid is, they're terminating his contract. And is morbidly obese. I don't see where he's gonna go next in terms of his career path. I don't think a bunch of clubs are gonna be in for him. He's probably
Ziman. There's always a home for him. Ziman, there's a home for him.
Chelsea. If Chelsea would be the dumbest club on this planet.
Kenny, mute your mic. Ziman, there's a home for him.
No,
Kenny, I said mute your mic.
Kenny,
I said mute. I won't say it again. Kenny, mute your mic. Ziman, there is a home for him.
There isn't a
Where?
Ziman, he can always come back. Kenny, I just told you to mute your mic. Ziman.
You're talking about Belgium.
I mean, they are known for their chocolates, but that's another thing. But
Okay, Zima, let me ask a scary question. This is a very scary question. I want you to take your time. Don't answer it quickly, but I want you to take your time. Remember, don't answer quickly. Just take your time and think about it. Think about your answer. In terms of money spent and output, is Hazard the biggest flop in transfer history?
Yeah. Easily.
Ziman, I said, Ziman. Ziman, did you hear what I said? I said, take your time. You don't have to answer it quickly.
We have to put this in consideration. His contribution to Real Madrid when he was on the field that was noticeable is a deflected assist. I think it was against Sevilla, a deflected assist against Sevilla. That's the only thing he's known for. This guy is more known for celebrating Real Madrid's comeback in last season instead of being a part of it. Like this guy has been a major flop, and I think Real Madrid regrets signing him because he didn't contribute anything to that team. It was to the point where Vinny was getting heat because he was a youngster and he was put on the front lines because the elder person in this situation that has more experience than Hazard wasn't performing consistently. So it's at this point, when are we gonna really look at this guy for what he is, which is a disgrace. He's not a professional. Like this guy, he has no ounce of professionalism. Chill. And I think it's about time we start. Hazard should be an example to youngsters in terms of talent. Talent isn't enough. Talent isn't enough if you want to reach your height. Because at the end of the day, it requires training and dieting and taking good care of yourself.
So Ziman, you're disregarding 2018 to 2019. You're just gonna ignore that.
Yeah. Because let's be honest. Even if you want to go back to 2018, 19, if you want to go back there, let's be honest. Giroud was one of your top goal scorers. Like
Ziman,
it wasn't like he was doing it by himself.
Stop it.
Like
Ziman,
let's keep it real, bro. He wasn't doing it by himself.
Ziman, we're not. Ziman, what we're not going to do. Ziman, what we're not going to do is put Giroud and Hazard in the same sentence. We're not doing that, bro.
You want to know? You want to know another thing as well? Like, let's be honest. What has he done for you guys in the Champions League to be memorable? You're a Champions League merchant. What has he done in the Champions League? He was never given the team. In Chelsea. He was there for over 7 to 8 years. What has he done in the Champions League? He's done nothing for you guys. His biggest accomplishment is Europa League. Let's be honest. Even Mason Mount has a bigger legacy in the Champions League compared to this dude.
But Zeman, is he a worse transfer than Coutinho?
Yeah.
Because Coutinho went to Bayern.
So hold on, guys who are voting, remember Coutinho, how much Coutinho cost?
No, Coutinho.
Remember how much Coutinho cost.
I get that.
You bums in the streets voting. Remember how much Coutinho cost. You bums in the streets voting. Remember how much Coutinho cost. Remember.
For Coutinho, the only argument I would have is this guy still has more goals than Hazard has for Real Madrid, even though Hazard wasn't loaned up, wasn't they weren't trying to get rid of him. They couldn't get rid of him. And not to mention, let's look back at it. Mariano has more El Clasico contributions than this dude
we're not
while he
doing
was
that.
there.
Okay, so
someone
grab the mic. Someone speak over. See, Ziman, Ziman, pass the mic over. Ziman, pass the mic over. Ziman, that's not what I'm gonna do. We're not bringing it from here. Yes, talk to me. Yes.
I mean, Zeman pretty much talked a lot of facts. Yeah, Eden Jeremiah Hazard. To be honest, I love Hazard. He's one of my favorite players. But I told my brother, which is a Chelsea fan, that Hazard had one big flaw. And I think this is what Zeman alluded to. There's something about Hazard that he doesn't take football as serious as he should. Sometimes I feel like Hazard was a player that he's one of those players that he was born with too much talent. And his talent carried him so far. And I mean, I don't know if it was John Obi Mikel mentioned this. Terry mentioned this. John Terry mentioned this. He was a lazy trainer. He came in did not train that much. He was so nonchalant. There was a moment where Mourinho was this close to letting him go because Mourinho, he wants his players to give 100%. And then the mutiny season where he literally decided not to play football for Mourinho anymore. He led that. He was the guy behind all that. Eden Hazard, after they won the league, after they were the best team in the world, decided, I'm gonna take a year off, and he did that. I think he did that multiple times as well. Eden Hazard was naturally gifted. Like, well, I'm not gonna lie to you, the comparison to he was in the comparison at that time was Alexis.
He was on the
Sanchez,
level of
Neymar,
Messi and Neymar. We already know it.
Neymar, etc., etc. I mean, his talent put him in that category. But the reality is like what we seen from Real Madrid was karma. This is what happens when you don't take football seriously, when you don't take your career seriously, when you decide not to train and you hit a certain age, all that bad habit that you built up throughout your whole career is gonna come back to haunt you. What ended up happening was he ended up coming overweight. Why? He moved to a different country, probably had too much of the food, didn't train as much as he should have. Yeah, because he never did in the first place because he was too good. Then what ended up happening is it was at that moment it became a uphill battle because he was overweight. He couldn't do what he used to do. His body started breaking down because this is a new, everything is like the change that happened to his body was completely different to what he used to, and he couldn't get back to it because again, as a professional, as you build habits throughout your career that extends your career. That's just the truth. I love Dino, but Dino's career didn't last, could have lasted longer. But he loved to party. He loved it. Like, let's be honest, R9 as well. Let's be honest, this Brazilian legendary legends. The God gave him talent after talent after talent, more talent than you can imagine. But they love the party life. They love to chill. They love to do that. And I'm not gonna lie to you, you do end up paying for it. Eden Hazard, I agree with Zima. I don't think he loved the game. I just think he was unbelievably talented at it, and he was so good at it. And then, he went to Real Madrid. Again, he gained weight, and yeah, that's what ended up happening. And it's very sad because I'm not gonna lie to you. He was the closest thing that I've ever seen in terms of this era, in terms of this modern era, to Messi.
Don't say it.
Drop a brick.
Oh my!
He was.
If you think I'm dropping a brick for that, you have another thing coming.
No, because no. But I'm not. That's true because he was the most fouled player. The guy, you couldn't get the ball off of him. All you gotta do was just foul the guy.
He was not close as 18, 19. He was on the same level as Messi and Neymar. He was on the same level. So I don't care what one says he was.
I want to tell you, the Premier League the guy destroyed every Premier League defense. The guy, I remember a time where Mourinho literally game plan was for Ander Herrera to man mark him everywhere he went.
Yes, you can make a legitimate argument that as an individual talent, as just in terms of what he did individually on his own, the EPL has never seen anything like Hazard.
Never. I agree with that. No, 1000%. I think
we saw TRA HH.
No, we saw
in terms of because Henry was a sort of in terms of a guy like the amounts of problems one guy had and the amounts of problems he gave defenders and so forth. We've never seen someone with the talent of Hazard in the EPL.
I will say he has the record for the most man of the match in the Premier League.
I will say...
wait, hold on. Kenny, what's that? Can you just repeat that? No, so Streets, can you just listen? Can you just say that again? Kenny? No. Kenny, can you just repeat what you just said, Kenny?
No, it still has the record for the most man of the matches in a Premier League.
So, guys, just to say again, yes,
who cares?
Eden Hazard has the record for the most man of the match awards in the Premier League.
Trophy, so
yes, it's
a real stat.
Nobody cares.
That's a real stat. That's a shame.
If you actually think about it, I don't think Eden Hazard ever played in a quote-unquote a progressive footballing team. He didn't even play with a team that, quote unquote, is progressive. Imagine a lot of the stuff he did with Antonio Conte and what's his name, Mourinho. You can also include Sarri, but he didn't spend that long with Sarri. But like the best you've seen him was under Mourinho, which is predominantly counter-attacking team, and Antonio Conte.
But you're doing too much. Shall I tell you why? Because when they play these so-called smaller teams, they do attack. They do take the take the initiative. So he did play in the Premier League, he did play for attacking side because Chelsea have to take the initiative
It's
to win the league.
interesting because Nasser, you said this because you're the only person that says this. No one says this. Everyone considered Mourinho to be park the bus.
No, but Mourinho, every time he won the league, he scored so many goals, and like every small team he played against, he always beat them convincingly.
But that's fair enough.
Wait, hold on. Yes, hold on. Let me come to Jason. So Jason was actually. Let me just read the results of the poll.
Can I go
you bastards, man. All right. So the results of the poll. Is Hazard the biggest flop in transfer history? Remember, this poll was done before we mentioned Coutinho. So there's a Coutinho tax on this poll. So 4% said hell no. 25% said one of, not the most. And 69% of haters who hate Eden Hazard and Half Hope said hell yes. So 69% of people are a bunch of haters. No, let me go to J Swiss and I'll come to Samasi. Wait, J Swiss and I'll come to Samasi. J Swiss Hazard.
My AV.
How many goddamn AVs you have?
Okay, guys. You know here's the guys. I think there should be a rule where. Guys, hold up. Has anybody taken up the microphone and a good thing has happened afterwards?
No, not really.
No.
Yes. Is there any because Ten Hag took the microphone? We saw what happened in the FA Cup final. Messi took the microphone. We know what happened with Liverpool, and now stop taking up the microphone. Nothing good happens. J2S, go for it.
Yeah, this Belgian bum called Michael picked up the mic after not contributing to the Champions League win and said, I'm going to give you my all next year. Last year, he got 1 assist in all his games. This year, he got 1 assist in all his games. So, to be fair, he's maintaining a standard. He's being consistent.
J2S, let me add to that too. HH, you know everybody's been talking about Coutinho this, Coutinho that. You know what? Let's be really honest. Coutinho at Barca is technically better than Hazard at Madrid. They both played the same amount.
How much, Elijah? How much did Coutinho cost? No, Elijah. How much did Coutinho cost? Okay, no, Elijah. How much did Coutinho cost?
100 mil, but who cares? He scored 17 goals at Barca.
No. Hold on. No. Elijah, I need the exact amount. Don't round it up. I think it was 120.
Okay, who cares?
Yeah, Hazard about 110.
But at the end of the day, Hazard has only scored 7 goals at Madrid in 76 games. Coutinho scored.
Do you know that as bad as Sterling has been?
I don't know, Elijah. I can respond to that if you want, but continue. I can respond to that. Go for it.
And then I was going to say, Hazard has only scored 7. Coutinho has scored 17, and they both played the same amount of games.
He actually helped to be in La Liga a couple of times.
No,
Thank you.
No, he's the worst. He's the worst. He has no excuse.
He's the worst.
140.
No, can I say something in defense?
Oh, no. Oh, hello. Google. Sorry. Now, Hazard was 100 million euros. Coutinho was 160 million euros.
Hell no.
Add-on. Remember, add-on is real.
So you're putting Coutinho and Hazard on the same pedestal?
No. What I'm saying is that there's a 60 million differential.
I don't think it was
hold up. No, guys, let's talk about 60 mil. No, guys, let's talk about 60 mil.
We can ask
Elijah, can we just have a discussion about 660? Let's just talk about 60 mil.
I don't think it was 160.
What can we buy for 660 mil? A house, an island, a country?
Hold on.
Okay, Elijah, go for it.
Samasi, please correct me. When did Bayern have add-ons for Coutinho when he was loaned out? I believe he did, correct?
Elijah, you didn't have to talk.
I have to look it up. Wait a minute.
Because there were I believe there were add-ons. Because remember, when Coutinho won the UCL, 3 teams were paid: Bayern, Barca, Liverpool, and also there was a percentage that went back to Vasco da Gama. So was it really 160?
Not to mention, HH, I don't think that's the initial. That's the complete price along
Thank
with
you
the
very
initial.
much.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing with Hazard. Hazard is technically worth
I'm looking at
142.
Google. I'm looking at Google.
No, Hazard is technically worth 142 if you're basing it on that.
That to terminate his contract. He had 1 more year. They said enough is enough. That's crazy. At least Coutinho, they could send him back to Aston Villa. Like, come on, man. This is not. This is
Samasi.
The loan deal was 8.5 million, and I think it was like 2.5 in add-ons or 3 million in add-ons at that. But I have to say, I think Coutinho is first. Like, he scored 2 goals against Barca in the 8-2
Yes,
semi-finals.
true.
I
That's
think
true.
that make it worse.
Yes,
That
thank.
make it worse.
Sorry,
So-
no. Come on. Yes, someone say thank you. The fact that you bought a guy who then scored against you and contributed to one of your worst losses ever puts him over Hazard. So you stupid idiots. Guys, look, hold up. So you dim-witted moronic idiots in the streets. You should have thought of that when you voted. You flipping morons, man.
You know what's my counter argument? So you're telling me that while he was on loan, he also won a treble. He contributed while also still being in Barcelona's book to a treble winning side. While your guy didn't do anything, he couldn't even make an appearance in the El Clasico. And this guy's supposed to be my
Zeman. But Zeman. But here's a
when they
counter
bought him, who was the better player when they bought him? It was Hazard.
Guys, here's a counter argument.
No. Why? If Hazard
what about Griezmann? What about Griezmann?
No. Time out. Wait. Zeman, hold on.
If Hazard was
Right,
the better player,
think about it. Barcelona have signed so many flops.
But Nasser,
Dembele.
But Nasser, Zeman is not telling you guys the full story.
No.
Apparently, Barca had to pay more to Liverpool to continue to do because he won a Champions League with Bayern Munich.
That's actually false.
That's true. He had a Champions League clause on.
That's actually
He did.
false. You know that, right? Now you're spreading misinformation.
Wait, hold on. J-Twist says he has a real focus. J-Twist, J-Twist.
So apparently, Eden Hazard was 115 million euros, and Coutinho was 135 million euros. So there's a 20 million euro difference.
So let's talk about 20 mil.
Yeah.
So let's have a conversation about 20 mil. So there's a 20 mil differential. Let's talk. Let's talk.
What did I just say, guys? I said that multiple teams got paid for this, right? Because when you get loaned out, and somebody correct me, I wish Albert Spur was here.
And also, I was also going to say, Barcelona sold to Aston for 20 million euros as well. So
exactly
the same price now.
Yeah.
No, it's just at least Coutinho, he did some stuff. He was bad, but at least
they're basically the same
let's be honest. Hazard, like,
if he was dealing with depression, is there a depression tax?
No. Zeman said the guy was not serious here, and then obviously as he got old, like you have to take your training more seriously. The guy was not serious.
Wait, hold on. Barry, talk to me. Your thoughts on this whole Hazard thing, man?
Like Coutinho was worse, I think.
No. You know, bro, when you look at Hazard's stories, when he was at Lille, when he was at Chelsea, and even now, I think you could have known that something like that was going to happen down the line. Because I said it before, there was an Ito interview back in 2014, and I'm going to translate for you guys word for word. He said that if you don't train Mr. Eden Hazard, at a certain point, people are going to forget about you. And football goes so fast that another dude is going to come up here, take your spot, and that's going to be it.
No, but Barry, do you know why you can't forget about Hazard?
Why?
If he's the second most trending player on Twitter and so forth, he'll always be remembered. So no, Barry. No, Barry, think about it. Hold on, Barry. Here's the thing, Barry. He's arguably had one of the most non-existent seasons ever for a big player, but people still talk about him. Every time you go onto Twitter, guys are like, man, remember how good he was. Remember how good he was. He was so good, they'll never forget about him because he was that good.
Okay, let me throw something.
And also, and again, this is what I always say: if not for that bomb, Kevin De Bruyne, who didn't show up in that semi. Guys, we can all say something. Hold up, but Barry, the fact of the matter is this though: if he had support, we're talking about Eden Hazard, the World Cup winner, because he was the best player at that World Cup. That's a fact. That was a fact. Football heads know. Yeah, Modric was Croatia, Croatia. It was a nice story, but if we're talking real, like football, like real football heads, okay, Hazard was the best player at that World Cup.
Can I throw an argument?
Barry's talking. Barry.
You came from a Barry. You can go. I'm just gonna say like one sentence. In the period that this bum named Eden Jeremiah Hazard was at Real Madrid, De Bruyne has had more goals in Bernabeu than he has had since then. So when you come for someone, just know your facts.
But Natsa, just
That's
tell
actually embarrassing.
Natsa, just ask your
Wait,
boy
hold
why
on,
he
yeah.
didn't show up in the World Cup semi though. Why he left Hazard by himself. Just
Wait,
ask your boy that next time you see him. Barry, continue.
Nah, HH, for someone who preaches a lot about Gade and so, you make a lot of excuses for Hazard, bro. If you had that good of a performance, why don't you contribute on the score sheet? An assist or a goal. You preach a lot about Gade, but why didn't you do anything?
Can I respond? Barry,
Yeah, of
if
course
you
you
have,
can.
no, Barry, if you have 5 guys on you, what are you supposed to freaking do?
Pause.
Well, nah, he didn't have.
If you have 5 individuals marking you, what are you supposed to do?
Get. That's what you say.
Wait, is
When
that
we make
Ross
excuse,
Ryan?
when we try to defend Messi for Liverpool, you say, "Oh, get. I'm gonna do the same for you."
JHS, yes, it
No,
is.
but it's just let's be real. The guy is underperforming big game. He did
what's
that,
the
especially in the UCL, especially for Chelsea.
I
let's
don't
be-
know.
Like, he's my favorite player as well. But in the UCL, the guy has underperformed for Chelsea, and even for Real Madrid and his.
Apparently, report says he's gonna sign a 5-year contract, bro. Congratulations, Samasi.
What did Hazard even do in a CL
Declan
semi
Rice.
or CL final?
Yeah, Declan Rice.
Aguero has more classical.
Wait.
I don't trust that source.
For Bayern Munich?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
supposedly
the same
Dex.
source.
Okay.
Mbappe
Yes.
is going to
Yes.
Real
I keep
Madrid.
repeating.
The
Core
top
is not a
difference.
source. Core is
No.
not a news source.
It's actually, it's actually. I guess the guy name was
That's the same source who said Mbappe is going to Real Madrid. Dr. Brick, what are you talking about?
No, okay, wait. Let me listen up. So Lights Vibe says Ten Hag has no way. Allow it, man. Well, let's see what he does. Let's see whether he can cook next season, bro. Talent FC. Misconception about Erik Ten Hag. He doesn't excel in possession. Look at his Ajax side in UCL. 50 to 60% possession. He excels in quick transition, fluid attack, front 5, but also with technical players who know how to move the ball around. Ten Hag has had to really change his philosophy slightly since coming to United, I believe. LC. Gyms recommend anti-Zad diet plan. It's his legacy. Casey, you stupid idiots, man. Talents FC. Pep created anti-Boateng diets. Zad created his own. Okay. All right. All right. David C. Only thing he's a hazard to is Ronald McDonald. All right. So the jokes are flying. Here come the jokes. Casey. Zad, Lukaku, now Reese, Enzo, London Cowboys diet plan.
I mean, Reese and Enzo.
Talent FC. Zad had more burgers than goals and assists in 4 seasons. Hashtag Uber Eats.
I think Enzo's eating good though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What's it called? Rammer Suresh. Madrid offloaded Mariano, Asensio, and Hazard in a day. Good starts to the transfer. Bro, that's crazy, bro. All within one day. That is
But it depends who they bring in, though, right?
But they're free agents, so it's like...
and also Kenny, you realize that because you know who they are taking off of us, Kenny.
Havertz, the verse.
Yeah. No, wait. This is when I said people. Wait. This is when I said people. No. When I said people,
Kenny, and these guys, they could drop 60 or 70.
It's just when I said that people would be interested. You guys would say, "Oh no, he's a trash player. No one wants to buy him." Kenny,
we're gonna sell that bomb mount to United for about 60. Another 60 for Havertz.
No, 55. I think.
No. BM. It's gonna be 60. It's gonna be 60. 60.
I don't know if
Kenny, we could make upwards of 120 from Havertz and Mount.
No, I don't know if Havertz will. I don't know. I think it depends on.
It depends
whether. I think it depends whether Benzema leaves or stays.
And also, Caicedo is coming through. Maybe Nene Ugarte.
Nene Ugarte.
We're gonna cook. We're gonna cook.
Chill.
The last time.
Yes, stop hyping him up, man. Stop it.
153.
Hold on.
You guys remember last summer?
You are paying 60 mil, not one kobo less. 60 mil for me.
We're not paying 60. I promise. I think.
No. BMF. You're paying 60. No,
50
BMF. If you push me 65, BMF, I dare you to push me. BMF, push me. I'm telling you, you're paying 65. No, BMF, be nice. If you push me, it's 65.
65.
No, it's gonna be at least. It's gonna be at least.
BMF. Talk again. I'm making it 67. BMF. Say one more word. I'm making it 67. BMF.
Wait, hold on.
BMF. Yassi and J2S. It's 60. If you annoy me, you say anything I don't like. If you look at me funny, 66. Don't look at me funny. Yes, look down. Yes, don't look at me like look down in my like this. Look down. Look down like this.
Are you gonna sell Rejay? Was Rejay leaving?
Wait, do you accept Naira?
Shout out to Talents FC. Post-retirement, Zad was more heavy than R9 pounds. Hashtag £900.
900 pounds.
Yes, screw you, Talents FC. If man, Hazard was following HH Heroes R9's footsteps, being overweight in Real Madrid. Hazard in Spain was the ambassador of Burger King. He's better off retiring and having a YouTube channel for food eating challenge.
This is
Guys, okay, can I just say, because has there ever been a player who has been insulted more than Hazard? Undeservedly.
Cristiano Ronaldo?
No. Yeah, yes, I said undeservedly.
Yes, undeservedly.
Is he undeserved?
No,
Yes,
that's his own fault.
Kenny,
That's his fault.
last I checked, did Eden Hazard grab a phone from a kid and smash it on the ground?
No. No, but
last I checked, did Eden Hazard have an interview with some no-name journalist on some no-name channel?
No, but the thing is that when you see what he did at Chelsea, especially that last year, and the price he was bought for, and what he did for the past 4 years, like and the thing is that you can't even blame like it's him. He didn't take it seriously, so obviously people are gonna.
People just didn't appreciate him, bro. They didn't appreciate what they had. They didn't fight harder from. So MC, KDB 2 UCL knockouts goals at Bernabeu. Hazard 0. Hashtag industry plans. KDB is industry plans, bro. And also he's in his plans. Aguero 15 minutes, 1 goal versus Real Madrid. Zad 77 appearances, 0 goals versus Barcelona. But MC though. But here's the thing: what did Aguero ever do at the World Cup? Huh? Speak up. What did Aguero ever do at the World Cup? What did he ever do at the World Cup? He did nothing. Hazard did something. Hold on. Talents FC. If Zendaya had Zad's back, Lord, Zad took the mic. He's such a freaking
I need to ask you.
Wait, hold on. I don't get it. Zendaya had Zad's back. Okay. No, Blaze A. Hazard's situation is an example of why I think Mbappe will flop at Madrid, even though he dropped a 3-piece on Messi's head in a World Cup final and he's 5-2 up on Messi when they faced each other, France against Argentina. They'll put him in his place if he doesn't track back or denies to be subbed. Blaise, a prodigy is a prodigy. It is what it is. A prodigy, he operates differently. Yes, so Yassi, what did you want to say? Yes, you want to say something, Yassi?
I wanted to ask you a question.
What?
How do you feel about the fact that Eden Hazard has never won a Champions League for Chelsea, but Mason Mount and Timo Werner, Jorginho, and Kai Havertz all won Champions League with?
Because Mount, Havertz, and Werner benefited from a particular environment created by Tuchel. If Tuchel was manager at that time with those specific players around them, they say, what's up? Yeah, what was the key reason that Chelsea won that UCL? It was two reasons. Tuchel and Kante. Without Tuchel and Kante, it doesn't happen. Kante is the only player in UCL history to win man of the match in both semi-final legs and the final. No player has ever done that in the history of the game. Not Messi, not Cristiano. So my thing though is give Hazard, pick Kante, he wins the UCL every year. That's a fact.
He had Pick Kante.
Give him Pick Kante.
He had Pick Kante. Give him Pick Kante. Give him Pick Kante with Tuchel. With Tuchel, he wins the UCL every single season. So my thing, Mount and Werner, you benefited from an ideal situation. Now that Tuchel left and so forth, and Kante is injured, we're now selling Mount for the bomb he is, and Werner is breaking it back in Leipzig. So you see, yes, you have to do your research before you answer. You have to ask this question. Do your research, bro.
The fact is that he hasn't won a Champions League. And the fact no.
Yes, the fact is he's still one of the most revered player in EPL history. And the fact is that at his best, he was next to Messi and Neymar. Those are the facts. So it is what it is. So guys, last section, and we're out of here. So, yes, I'm coming straight to you with this one. And I want a simple answer. Messi's PSG stint, success or failure?
Absolute failure.
It's
It was,
not
a,
a young
it was
thing
it
now.
was it was the biggest waste of time.
Oh, God.
And I said this to people and they called me a brick. I said he went to PSG to retire, and that's what he did. He went there to
He's
prepare
not
for
wrong. He's not wrong.
he went there to prepare for the World Cup and retire and collect his money. That's literally what he did. So so to be honest, from Messi perspective, massive success. But if you talk about in football wise, man, that, I mean, the only thing I cared about Messi in terms of Messi is Argentina. What happened in Argentina? PSG. You could throw that whole team, the fact that he played against Lille and the fact that he played in Liga, all those goals or all those assists he did, you just flush it down in the toilet. It was absolutely a waste of peace. It was a waste of time. It was a waste of time.
Can I speak on this?
Yeah, go okay. Can you go for it? And then AK Kenny.
Yeah, no, footballing wise, it has been terrible. Like, it's been a disaster. Especially, personally, the first season he was there, it was terrible. Even in what he was bought for is for the Champions League, and the 2 years he was there, they were bounced out in the round of 16 twice, and it was quite bad in these games. Against Bayern, it was terrible, and against Real Madrid as well, it was terrible. Missed the pen. I won't forget that. But yeah, but if we're talking about marketing wise and like outside of football, like, the guy is a success. Like, he's probably made Paris way more profit. He's probably made them money, yeah. And obviously he's won his World Cup, so I don't think he's gonna be. Personally, I think he's alright. But when he went there, it was for the money, man. It was for the money. But yes, footballing wise, it's been terrible.
AK, what are you saying, bro? Success or failure, man?
Footballing wise, it's a massive failure. I mean, PSG just lost the athlete's foot today, just so you want to know. And Messi missed a golden opportunity. He hasn't been good in either of the round of 16s. People forget he missed a penalty in the first round of 16 tie against Real Madrid. That's just been forgotten about for some reason. I don't know why. But this PSG tenure, it hasn't been good. The hype, the M&M hype hasn't been fulfilled. And PSG this season could have easily lost the league title, but they won it by 1 point. And that shows you that if the league title in France is that close, that PSG team isn't that good. And I think Messi's time has been a failure. By the way, I think I'll have a Messi narrative that you might like. So you know the Champions League final ref is the same one as the World Cup final ref, right? He might not ref the Champions League final because he was at a far right rally in Poland.
That's facts.
And
that's
you
facts.
know the Argentina versus France game, a far right referee, France.
Hey, hold up.
I mean, have you seen the end of the game?
Hold up. Guys, there's a tax. I'm putting a tax. That's it. AK, you should have done that, bro. AK, there's a tax.
There was 11 of them. They were
Yes,
all,
there's a tax. There's a tax. There's a tax. Because let's be real. Look at the racial makeup of that French team, especially after the subs were done. Go and do your Googles and your research on Argentina's history and the people that Argentina were harboring after a certain war. If you do the math, guys, there's a right-wing tax on that World Cup final. I'm putting a right-wing tax. Guys, I'm sorry. No, AK, shout out that, guys, there's a right-wing tax on it. I'm sorry. Because if you look at the history of Argentina, look at the certain individuals they harbored after a certain war. Look at the racial makeup of France. I'm sorry, there's a right-wing tax on that World Cup final. I'm sorry. Nah, there's a World Cup tax. AK,
what are you talking about?
Will bless you. Casey, there's nothing you can say. Casey,
you don't know anything about Argentina.
Casey, there's a
what are you talking about?
Casey, there's nothing you can say. There's a right-wing tax. Casey, talk about Messi and PSG. I am putting a right-wing tax on that World Cup final. I'm sorry. Casey, nothing you say will change this. There is a right-wing tax on that final. Now, Casey, no, shut up. Casey, talk about Messi and then PSG.
Next time, actually, I'm going to look at political affiliation of every single
There is a right-wing tax on that final. You will not say anything otherwise. Talk about Messi and PSG. Was it a success or a failure?
Oh, failure. 100% of failure.
Expand.
Bro, I think there's not a right-wing tax on. I think he just went to PSG because the World Cup was happening in Qatar, and I think he ripped them.
Yeah, he did. He did, man. He
So
finessed them.
no. Okay, but can people argue that it was a success from a marketing point of view, or does that not count? Is that irrelevant?
Okay, I'm pretty sure. Like, if we look at the balance sheet, it's probably going to be in red. Like, this idea that they make a lot of money, it's a myth. This is just nonsense.
No. Okay. Does it matter though? And I think it's relevant, but does it matter though that Messi never actually wanted to go to PSG? It was due to a technicality, so
Yeah.
his heart was never in it.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think it was homesick.
Yeah, who cares? But it's a failure.
Nah, they were paying this man the money they were paying this man. You have to care.
Get it. If I'm being paid 3 billion, I'm sorry. I find the way to care.
He actually robbed them, bro.
Yes. Haven't you heard the whole joke? The deal was Qatar like, we'll give you the World Cup, you give us a UCL. Now they gave him the World Cup, but they're still waiting for their UCL. Because yes, the guy's like, hey, hang on, we gave you the World Cup, bro. We gave you a freaking ref from your neck of the woods. Can we please get a UCL?
When they asked him, they encouraged like, "Hey, but how about the UCL? Oh yeah, next year," and he's about to leave.
Yeah. Even the fans over there, they were booing him today.
No, guys. Hold on, guys. When are we gonna have a convo about that World Cup? Like a real conversation.
I mean, let's be honest.
Guys. I mean, like, when are we gonna have a real conversation about what happened in that World Cup?
What happened? What happened?
I'm just saying, when are we gonna have a real convo about? Because I would just want to accept that World Cup.
Apparently, Argentina had a penalty every single game.
So what?
Yes, bro. Yes. That's what. Yes, that's World Cup. I'm not. Yes, I can't count that World Cup right now.
The referee was only for the World Cup final, so.
No. AK.
World Cup final.
AK. That whole World Cup was.
How many pens? No, hold on. How many pens did France get in the World Cup?
France got loads of pens in 2018. They got one.
Yeah, like this is like okay. No.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. Can someone speak over this dude, man? BMF. Can you speak over Z, man? BMF. Thoughts on okay, Messi and the whole PSG. I mean, look.
I think it's been because remember where that Messi and Mbappe and Neymar hype that we're gonna get Eminem.
No, okay, but it's okay. Let's wind the clock, because did anybody really believe that Messi and Mbappe and Neymar would lead to a UCL?
No, because they were.
Wait, hold on. BMF.
I didn't believe it because that team was just so incomplete and it was a mixed profile of two different players. Like, remember the time when they played, was it when they played Manchester City, and City literally exposed how bad they were, like how bad they were outside of possession. They can't press, they can't track back, they can't up their teammate. So yeah, I didn't believe they was gonna do anything in the UCL. But for Messi, he's gonna think like, I got the bag, I won the World Cup. What else is there for me to achieve? Now he has the most. So I think it's probably going.
But BMF, I can't pay you 3 billion and give you an ensuite in the Eiffel Tower. And you drop a disaster class like that.
He doesn't care.
No, but honestly, how is it any different for Mbappe though? Mbappe also dropped a disaster class after he signed the new contract.
He's a 19-year-old World Cup winner. What are you talking about? And also, Casey, he won a World Cup at 19 without the help of referees. So what are you talking about, Casey? What are you talking about?
You know what happened, right? They had this like gentleman's agreement that Messi was like, "Yo, bro, give me that World Cup and I promise I'll deliver it for you." And then as soon as he got to the round 16, as soon as the World Cup ended, this guy just said, "Nah, bro." He was already thinking of moving, bro. Let's be honest.
I know. No. He scammed them. No. Guys are saying it in the streets. Scamessi.
No. You know what's hilarious? The fans were actually booing him from. That's what I seen from Twitter.com. The fans were actually booing him, and then you see.
See, man, it's called Twitter. You have to put
.com. And then you see a picture of him walking out, down the tunnel, and he's smiling.
Yeah, taking a selfie.
Oh, the guy doesn't care, bro.
This guy doesn't
care.
But watch the game. Actually, so I'm going to do another poll. Let me hear this because I want to ask another question. So, Messi's PSG move a success or failure? So the street said 6% said it's a success. Okay.
How is this success?
No. Look, 6%. 34% said a bit of both, and 58% said it was a fail. Now I want to do another poll, and it's like, where does Messi go? So I'm going to say Barcelona.
I would take him at Munich.
Wait, hold on.
take him.
So Barcelona, Al-Hilal,
Miami.
Inter
Bayern Munich.
Miami, and Chelsea.
Oh no.
So guys,
No way.
So where does Messi go? So your choices are Barcelona, Al-Hilal, Inter Miami, or Chelsea Football Club of West London.
HH,
You know
so,
what?
on this, man. This is.
You know what I want? You know what I want? I want him to go to Al-Hilal just to dunk on Cristiano one more time, bro. For my money. Just one last time, bro.
So you're telling me, what you call it? Messi is gonna come to the Premier League. He's gonna play for Chelsea. He's gonna go away to Luton. He's gonna ring the doorbell.
Yeah, no, bro. It's you see, those kinds of things they ground you though. They ground you. Because if it goes, oh wow, like so this is how regular people live. Wow, you ring the doorbells, there's a garden. Oh, bro, I don't think Messi. I can't remember last time Messi lived in a semi-terraced house, or even looked at it as a semi-terraced house. Like when was the last time he was in a dining room where you could hear like plebs and pikeys shout out from the window, bro? It will be a humbling experience for him.
This guy's not coming to know England, man.
Here's another thing. I was gonna say, you know, the transfer of Messi to PSG basically has broken French football because like the league is
It's
downsizing.
true. Yes.
The league is downsizing. They're cutting competitions out of the schedule because it just costs too much money.
And the teams outside of PSG can't sustain it.
Wait, Zeman, where do you think Messi ends up next season?
I genuinely believe it's gonna be Al-Hilal, bro. I think it's time for him.
Wait, hold on. So Zeman for 1.2 billion.
No, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's a lot of money. I'm sorry, bro. There's an amount of loyalty for 1.2.
Zeman, no, but didn't you see what Javi said? Javi said that he wants to come to Barca.
No. I get that. I get that. Well, but did he know this before or after the 1.2 billion was introduced to him?
Hold up. So Zeman, you're saying that
Do you know who his agent?
No.
Do you know who his agent is?
Wait. Look, so Zeman, you're saying that Messi will not reject 1.2 bill for his boyhood club.
No. It's at this point, bro. It's 1.2 billion, and then you also get a chance to let's be honest, man. Cristiano Ronaldo will lose his shit, man. It's like, and plus they'll bring a lot of competition to it, man. I'm hearing Benzema's gonna be there, Modric's gonna be there, Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba. Everyone's retiring there, man. That's the new move. That's the new way, man. That's the new MLS for these guys. So I generally think he's going to move there. Not to mention, Tabas is kind of making it hard for us to make a decision because he's taking his sweet time assessing it.
So Casey, what do you think? Where do you think he ends up next year?
Barca.
Oh, Casey, talk to me. Elaborate.
No, I think they will approve the plan though by this week. At least that's what things are happening. Guys saying.
Well, I have a question for the Barca fans. Would you actually want him to come back?
Yeah, I want him. Yeah, I can't watch Rafinha anymore. Sorry.
Zima, what about you?
Casey, I keep on saying, Casey, I am begging you. Casey, please, can you open up a Barca channel? I'm begging you, Casey. Please, can you open up a Barca channel, please? Zima, so do you want Messi back?
No. I want him. I generally want Barca to move on, but I know that we're kind of nostalgia merchants, so we're gonna go for him. And financial-wise, it makes sense for us. So it is what it is. So.
Jason, where does he end up?
I'm shameless enough. I want him at Bayern Munich. Let's face it. I want him
at Chelsea as well.
I want him at United as well.
Yeah,
I want him at Marseille.
Jason, where does he go? Where does Messi go next year?
I think. I mean, they're putting too much effort and time into this one transfer because they spent how many weeks just onto this Messi deal because they haven't done any of the deals yet. I mean, they're looking at the Cancelos and the Zubimendis, that kind of stuff, but they're really focusing on this one Messi deal, and it looks like it's probably going to go through the approval of La Liga because that's what all the reports are saying. I also heard a story that he could go to Inter Miami and then Inter Miami would loan to Barcelona.
Yes. That's what I've heard. I've heard that's the plan.
Because why would Inter Miami? Why would they do that though? Like, why would
because then they'd give him back when the World Cup and the Copa America's all back on, so then you'd go back there. So he'd be on loan for 2 years, Then he'd come back to America.
Didn't
Which is a viable
Thierry
plan.
Henry do the same thing with New York Red Bulls?
Yeah, he
He
did
went to
Arsenal, I
Arsenal
think,
for
yeah.
a bit and then went back.
And went
Yeah,
back.
but
on because of the seasons flip, so you can go back on loan.
no, but can I ask Elijah something?
So, Inter Milan plays to,
Yes, he was saying
I
yes.
wanted to because Elijah mentioned something interesting. So what's happening to League One, and the finances?
League and this year has decided to relegate 4 teams. So the teams that went down today, because they're downsizing, so they're downsizing to 18. So it's something they did back in the early 2000s. So Angers, Troyes, Ajaccio, and Auxerre have all gone down.
Darn.
And then
Auxerre.
they're only bringing up 2 teams from Division 2. I guess it's just because they've lost so much money. One reason is the pandemic, and then another reason, I believe, in my opinion, is with PSG having just like sucked the entire league of just finances, because it's insane that they could be able to finance Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi all in one book, and then the rest of the league is struggling like pennies. Like there's
That's
teams that could be
insane.
going out of business by the end of the year because there's just such a massive imbalance in the league. That's why they have to downsize. That's why they got rid of the League Cup as well.
That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
Like, that's insane.
The
man.
the other league on clubs can't sustain like the budgets.
They
PSG
can't.
have too much of it, and
Wait, so
other
wait,
leagues
hold on,
And,
Natsa.
and
So
TV rights and COVID.
wait, so Natsa, are you twerking for Messi to come to City?
Just to talk about the Elijah point, just like for 5 seconds. That's reasoning for that is because if you look at the league, most League On teams, they can't even fill out their stadiums. Like there's a lot of them that don't even fill out their stadiums. But if you look at, for example, Bundesliga, if you look at the Bundesliga, every single team in the Bundesliga nearly fills out the whole stadium, and they're
Yeah,
making
it's
revenue
next.
from those kind of. And if they're not getting income from other
And
places,
shirt
how the hell
sale
are they
is
going to
very
be
up.
self?
And shirt sale.
What do you say?
Shirt sale. It's everybody in Germany buys shirts, even though they don't watch the Bundesliga.
Exactly, but Bayern
It's
Munich
very
have
weird.
like the highest shirt sales in the world.
Is this on Twitch?
No, this was real. This is real life. So my thing is that NASA hates only once. How many leagues have this? How many leagues have this and so forth?
It's kind of
Hater.
cool, not gonna lie.
No, NASA. Respond, hater. How many leagues have this where you can watch a game in a jacuzzi?
Are they naked?
Hater, how much do you think they're paid to be there?
Probably like
Actually, you're not going to see that next season because it's Troy.
Oh, wow. So Troy ain't going to be there. Look,
Anyway,
yeah.
About Messi. You know what? The way that he went to PSG, it was always like a training session for him, so he can prepare for the World Cup. Like I've always seen it that way. I didn't think he was any way serious because he's probably the first ever superstar to leave a club unwillingly. He didn't want to leave Barcelona. He wanted to stay. So I didn't really think that he was going to take it that seriously. But it was a complete failure, let's be honest. But he won the World Cup, and I think he's going to go to Al-Hilal. So yeah.
Why? So Messi's going to be in Saudi Arabia.
I don't think.
Wait, no, guys. Is this Messi Ronaldo thing ever going to end? Are they not going? Are they going to compete as AIs as well?
I come to the conclusion that at Twitter.com, there's still whole accounts devoted to Cristiano Ronaldo, even though he's playing Al-Hilal. You know, there's match reviews, right? That they do constantly. They're like, "Oh, he scored a hat trick, man. This guy's amazing. He's still pulling off."
Zima, how does one man have?
Guys, there's still Cristiano guys only who were like, "Well, Cristiano never did as badly." Look,
it's like I'm like, just let it go.
Zima, my thing is that
he's retired. Just let it go. Just let him live.
Because, but the issue is that like, because these guys don't look like if they're close to retiring. When is it going to end? That's just when is it going to end?
No, because the new generation.
Yes, it's not funny. Yes, it is funny. Yes, this is
Things are
funny.
coming back. Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo's coming back in 2026. He's coming.
Yeah, no, he said Havoc. He's saying that he might play in 2026. Cristiano.
Casey.
He might.
No. Okay, guys, how old is Cristiano going to be in the 2026 summer?
42.
42.
42. Yeah, 42.
42.
Do you know who I blame? You know Buffon is to blame for all this.
No, it's actually
Buffon is to blame.
I blame
Is he still playing?
No.
If you see
Yes. Buffon was
Can I
holding
say
onto a
something?
goalpost for dear life. That's for Palmer.
Buffon had the
If you
integrity
see-
to retire from his national team.
I mean,
Wait, how old was
you want to
Have
walk
you
up
seen a photo of Buffon crying
Would it be
because
50?
they didn't
Well,
get
he
in
just-
Serie A? Have you seen
Well,
the
it's not,
photo?
it's not only him, Apparently, there's this professional that's 53 that's playing in Japan, man.
Oh yeah, he's the oldest guy. He's the greatest poker player. He's the oldest player of all time.
These
but
guys
does that
don't
count?
want to retire,
Yeah, that's
man.
the
They want to
count.
carry on with their piss bag, man. It's just getting out of hand.
Zima, come on, bro. That's messed up.
HH.
Zima, that's messed up.
Wait, HH.
Yeah. Okay, go for it.
Did you see like the report that for this not for Messi but for the Saudi league and Benzema? Apparently Al-Hilal wanted him, but the Saudi government thought he wouldn't be the best footballing fit for them, so they recommended Al-Ittihad.
What?
How is the Saudi government said that Benzema wouldn't be a good fit for Al-Hilal, so they recommended him to another team.
Do you know what the funny thing about
How
all
did
this
they come to that resolution, bro?
Is that because it's criminal
I
record?
don't
Do you know the government owns every single club.
Yeah.
So it's a basic league owned by every. What?
Guys, I'm saying. Guys, do you know that? Do you know Cristiano scares me, bro? Guys, so if you listen to the podcast, somebody just did a thing of basically Cristiano trying to claim his son's goal at a World Cup.
It's you know what's gonna be scary. Cristiano Ronaldo at the age of 62 is gonna get fouled. You know how they have one of those life alerts for old people. He's gonna press that for the match when he gets fouled. Somebody will pick it up.
Oh my god! The alarm is gonna go off.
You can't have you can't have a situation where there has to be an ambulance and a defibrillator on deck in every game.
So you're telling me no Suze no more because he can injure himself?
Do we induct Roberto Martinez if Ronaldo plays in that?
He won't be able to sue. He will stop
Yeah,
it.
imagine he just.
He's gonna be
No, he'll get help to do the sue.
No, but imagine the adrenaline after scoring a goal, he forgets himself.
No, guys, have you noticed though that when he does the Suda, he actually messes up with the landing. So he sort of wobbles when he now lands and
losing
everything.
his balance, bro. As we
Yo, hatred, you are a real hater, man. Oh my god, how do you?
I'm just saying, bro. That's everything bad that's happening to HH, and because of HH, he willed this guy to lose in the World Cup. Not everything bad is happening to him.
Oh,
yeah, bro. He's a top class.
No, and also, guys, it's just, we're not being ageist here. All we're saying though is that it'll just be.
At the end of the day, HH, you are older than CR 52.
What?
How old are you?
I turned 19 in
Have
October.
up, I think he's around 40. Have up is 40.
I turned 19 in October.
No, he's 40. He's 40.
He's about the same age as
Are we
you.
sure he remembers Are we sure he's gonna remember that he scored a goal in that game? Are we sure he's not gonna have short-term memory losses?
Okay, no, come on. Okay. Now we're just now we're being ageist. Now that's being ageist, bro. You and Zima, now that's just being ageist. No. He's to blame.
He was crying because his club didn't get promoted in the Serie A. Yeah.
He should just quit, bro. That's my thing.
No, he didn't come back next Why is Buffon still playing, bro?
Wait, okay, so Albert Cardenius. The joke is on Messi. The World Cup is a Mickey Mouse Cup.
What?
Yeah,
What?
it's a weird World Cup. It's with the asterisk.
The cup is rigged. That World Cup was rigged, but it ain't a Mickey Mouse Cup. It was rigged.
Yeah.
He stole it.
Okay.
It was given to him, but we can't say that's a Mickey Mouse Cup.
It's World Cup
Hold on,
with the asterisk.
If we win the UCL, I'm taking Messi for vibes. Look, City to Messi ain't happening, bro. It's not happening.
It's more likely than Chelsea. I'll tell you that.
No, it's not happening. Well, Chelsea could be close.
That's true.
Vlad the Third. HH will be interviewing Chelsea fans live after losing 3-0 at Leighton in a bathtub he brought from
Drop
home.
the brick. It's not Leighton. Isn't it Luton?
Luton Town.
It's actually no. It's just fun. I won't drop the brick, man. So he can keep saying that.
Imagine doing a halftime interview and
I can't
How-
bet
No.
the
How
hangout
about no?
against
Okay, wait, hold up.
Chelsea lose against Luton. It's gonna be great.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. Sebastian, it's gonna be.
Wait. So this is what the streets were saying. Where does Messi go? 7% said Inter Miami. 17% said Chelsea. I don't know. 32% says Al-Hilal. 41% believe he goes back to Barcelona. Wow. H7, do you believe that Messi returns back to Barcelona?
Why? Wait. Why are people saying you should go to Chelsea?
No,
because we're rebuilding. Projects rebuild. PR. Projects
to enter
rebuild.
into top 10.
PCR. Project Chelsea rebuild.
You said you don't do
Project
projects.
Chelsea rebuild.
Chelsea needs Messi to beat Luton.
Oh wow. Anyways,
Chelsea return over England.
No. But H7's right. You said you don't like projects. Remember we talked about
Yeah,
it.
like, why would you want a project rebuild? Like, what's going on?
You're not.
No. Project rebuild is about winning the league next year.
Oh my god.
Oh, so you're winning the league next year then?
So you're winning the league, yeah?
No, we are going for the
What's
league
Gatlock?
next year.
No, you can't just go.
We're going for the league. H7, where is Messi going to next year? Talk to me. Don't say Arsenal. Don't say Arsenal.
I'm not stupid like you, bro. Listen, I think he should leave Europe. I think his time in Europe should be up like Ronaldo's.
Yep.
Because HH, like we're going into different time of football now. Like players need to be like good off the ball, as good as they are on the ball. And I don't think he's gonna offer that to Barca or whatever club he goes to. He's always gonna be a liability to you lot. Whoever he goes to, he's gonna feel like you guys are always a one man down when you don't have the ball. So in my opinion, I think he should just leave Europe, go to Inter Miami, wherever, just get his money, relax, have fun.
Enjoy life, man.
I still feel that Chelsea is a strong.
I'm telling y'all guys.
You know what?
Miami
Actually, you know what? I
makes
wish
sense.
he goes to Chelsea. You know what? I wish let him go to Chelsea. Let you lot have
H7, if he goes to Chelsea and he drops a 50-piece and we win the league by a landslide, don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say I didn't warn you.
You have to say Messi's the greatest of all time then. If he leaves Chelsea.
Guys, remember, guys, that this is going to be
By the
on
way-
Spotify and so forth. And also, remember, guys.
I have a question.
Wait, hold on, just real quick. So, guys, tomorrow, because we'll be able to use it tomorrow, we're having a treble discussion. What is the greatest treble winning team? What is the best treble winning team?
Chelsea
And I'm putting Chelsea in that mix as well. I'm putting Chelsea. So basically, what is the best treble winning team, including 2012 Chelsea?
No, HH, can I ask this?
That team was
hold on. We need to get this out the way, and let's get this out the way first.
Okay.
What is the criteria of the treble?
Oh my god, I knew you.
No,
Elijah, no, hold on. You guys have never won the treble. Just stop it. No, you have never won the treble.
Wait, Elijah, don't you? Wait, Elijah, are you trying to talk for Liverpool? Okay, wait, hold on. Let's actually. Okay, Elijah, make a point. What's your points? Hold up, Elijah. What's your point, Elijah?
Because you guys know I'm the historian merchant. I just want this. Let's get this out the way. Let's get rid of recency bias. All right, because if I throw in Celtic in here, you guys are gonna flip. I'm just saying.
Okay,
I'm asking all of you guys.
Okay,
This is for everybody.
no.
What
Okay,
is
do you
the
know what?
criteria
So
of the
for me,
treble?
here's my thing. To make it easier, I think this is only fair. Champions League era. We're doing it because again we do have a young audience.
That's not what I like.
No, because we do have a young audience and so forth. So I think it's fairer for like a younger audience that we do it from the Champions League era. So from the Champions League era, which is like 92, 90, 93, that's what we're doing it from. So we are just going to rank all the treble winning teams and so forth because I'm not talking about Bundesliga, bro. I'm just saying.
You can't do Bayern like that.
Respect our clubs. Okay, it's hard.
Sebastian, I don't know about that, bro.
2013.
Wait, so hold on. Casey, what are you saying? Sorry, Casey, what are you saying? Casey?
No, but the history, the problem in history is that, bro, we know the teams, the European teams in 60s were not good. Like Santos was the best.
Casey,
team.
I'm telling you, I said that we're doing it is
European team was
only
just simple,
fair,
bro.
that we do it from the Champions
Bro,
League.
I'm
era.
not kidding. I'm not kidding. The Liverpool team of late 70s and early 80s. If you watch them, right, you actually will like start crying. And
Yeah,
if you
they
think
used to
that,
pass the ball back to the goalkeeper.
yeah, bro, they used to like this. No, in the Zico, hold on.
Casey, don't have a heart attack, bro. Casey, don't have a heart attack.
No,
8-7, watch. 8-7, just relax with Casey, bro.
No, because I'm against that, because let's be really honest. If we gave those guys the materials we have now, wouldn't they not be as good?
But Elijah, they were not the best.
You didn't win your Club World Cups.
Elijah, they used
Yeah,
to
yes,
pass
they
the ball
didn't.
back to the
Yeah.
goalkeeper, and he used to pick
Yeah,
it up,
of
bro.
course,
Come
I
on,
know
man.
that, but I'm
You can't
just
talk
saying.
about them times there.
No, I'm just saying.
No, Elijah, we can't do stuff from the 1800s.
That overrated guy PSG was destroyed by Zico.
No, Elijah, I respect history and so forth. We can't do stuff during the ages of Napoleon and Julius Caesar, bro. We can't do it. Like, I respect Julius Caesar and Napoleon Bonaparte, but we can't go there.
So we're saying no Liverpool then?
Oh no.
Look, see, it is only fair that we do it from the Champions League era.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And we look at all the treble-winning teams in the Champions League era and look at which was the most impressive and the best treble, and just discuss who is the best treble-winning team.
Do we really have to talk about that? Because like, it's obvious who it is. Number one.
Who is it? Who is it?
Who is it?
There's not many
No, hold up. Yes, who is it?
Yes,
Don't say
yes.
99.
It's
guys,
Barca
I'll see you
2009.
guys tomorrow, guys. Peace out, guys. Stay true.
Oh my God! Wait,
No,
hold on.
but have a-
Wait, so are we talking about Operation Grom? Bro, Operation Grom is already in full effect. He's
I
out.
had
He's
a
out.
question.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do hangouts with the biggest flops from the transfer this season?
Oh yeah, no, we'll get there. No, trust me.
It's
No,
just Chelsea
we'll get
starting
there.
in a-
And it's in Chelsea actually. We'll get
He
there.
got like 6 to 8 players in there.
So guys, we'll see you tomorrow there for the treble hangouts. Remember, guys, this will be on Spotify and all of your podcast things. Peace out, stay true, and as I always say, if not for De Bruyne, Hazard will be a World Cup goat. Peace out. Peace out.
Thank you.